Welcome to Beauty and the Beards, everybody. My name, this guy, IBL. That's me. Hi. Hello. I've got two wonderful people here with me. One that you do know, one that you probably don't know, but have heard about. So let's start with the one you do know. I got the amazing Kiana. And then our special guest here today, because like, as we said in the last episode, Scott, unfortunately, well, it's fortunate, kind of unfortunate, sad and happy. Like, sad because he's not here, but happy for the reason why he's not here. Because he's driving truck across state. But now we have his wife, Brittany. Yay! Yay! I'm about to say, we've talked about Brittany a lot on the channel, whether it's her cooking us food in the morning for breakfast times or hanging out with us during the WWE events or even just watching the episodes outside with you guys. She's definitely hung out and chat with you guys before. So welcome to the show. It's the first time having you on. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm happy to be here out beautying beards.
There you go.
It's one beard. I wanted to
there you
beauty's
go.
in the beard now. But
there you go.
right
It's
now.
way more beauty than there is beard.
Great.
But hey, we got you here. But with you here and with you here, I need you to do a few things for us because we've got a lot of stuff going. We need your help. First of all, I need you to like the video. I need you to comment down below. And then I also need you to subscribe to the channel so you know when we post or upload anything to the channel, whether it's a podcast episode or if it's a Beardcade episode. And then whenever you're done doing all that and you get done watching this beautiful episode, go over to Pokeshop Collectibles and go ahead and get you some Pokemon cards. Get you some Pokemon cards, get you some Magic cards, get you some One Piece cards, get you some Weiss cards, Warhammer stuff, whatever you need, as long as it's not sports related, they got it. They will hook you up. They've got play mats, they've got sleeves, they've got binders, they've got anything, everything.
They got plushies.
Right. She knows. She's been there numerous times. We've been there numerous times.
I have not been there yet.
We love those guys.
Shout
Kiana has not been there,
Jason.
and she is probably the closest one to it. She is the closest one to it.
Cards and stuff. I don't do.
You could though.
You could though.
It's a terrible financial decision.
Do you know how many animals I have?
You know how many
so
Pokemon cards you could have?
I mean, hey, you can never go wrong. You can never have too many. So why not go shoot the shit with them and get some new Pokemon cards, get some new Pokemon plushies, hang out with them. There are a lot of great guys down there with a lot of cool stories to tell and a lot of fun stuff to see. So definitely go hang out with them. Check them out after you get done watching this episode, of course. Of course. We want you to hang out, chill out with us, but we also want you to go hang out, chill out with them. So, share your time with everybody sparingly. But without further ado, let's get started with today's episode. I'm going to be real. There's no template for today's episode. There was not a lot that happened to really, speak upon.
Yeah.
We're about to be strictly off the dome.
Yeah,
Scary
for the
place to be.
majority of
There's
it.
no sports stuff, no really main events.
No.
There's no really
Well, I mean,
too much big
sports stuff I could kind of bring up. I mean, so we got baseball getting into the mix here soon. We're getting close to the end of the month. Baseball's starting up. We're right in the middle of spring training. So we're almost there. Oh man, baseball's great. Baseball's fantastic.
Football's my
we
go-to.
have the looming threat of Aaron Rodgers wanting to be a Viking.
Yeah, that's
I'm scared.
Very terrifying.
I'm scared.
It's very terrifying. Because all signs are starting to really point towards Rodgers being a Viking, and there are ups and downs to it. There are goods and bads. Like Rodgers, is he a much older quarterback? Absolutely. Yeah. So there's a problem there when we have such young legs like JJ McCarthy. But then also on that same standpoint, having a veteran, a well-decorated veteran like Aaron Rodgers heading the team along with having a young JJ McCarthy under his wing, that also could work very well.
Yeah, major.
That could really help him out for the long run.
I said could be, bitch. Watch your face.
My bad.
Hey.
I said could be. She goes.
I'm an expressive girl.
You never know.
Sorry.
But then there's also the fear of what happened with Aaron Rodgers the first time he came to the Jets.
Yeah.
You literally go out there, take 2 snaps, pop your Achilles. He's old. Are we gonna really take a gamble? I mean, granted, we're not really losing a whole lot, but we're burning years on good players' contracts by just kind of throwing a year away to give it to Aaron Rodgers. after the season that we just had, when we weren't really expected to do much, it's like, well, we just showed with what little we have, we can make a lot happen. So why are we just kind of chucking that away? I don't know.
The people with the big bucks are the one that make these choices.
There's a reason why they make the
have
decisions.
opinions, but nobody cares.
It's time for his sportscaster era. Get a little podcast action. Look at the Kelseys.
Like, he's a great guy.
I swear.
Something off field and out of Minnesota, please.
I just don't want it. Yeah, I just don't want it in Minnesota.
Somewhere not there. Anywhere but there.
Just not a fan of it. Like, I just can't. Like, and the thing is, if he does it, he's literally doing every single thing that Brett Favre did. He's literally following Brett Favre's footsteps.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Brett Favre was a Packer. Then he became a Jet. Mm-hmm. Then he became a Viking. And then he retired. And I swear if Aaron comes here for 1 year and goes, I'm done, and then leaves the NFL forever, I will lose my fucking mind. Because he just wants to be Favre. He just wanted to be Favre this whole time. That'll just prove to me he just wanted to be Favre. He just wanted to be another grown man so bad.
Didn't put those pieces together. That's crazy.
Yeah, he just wants to be Favre so bad. If he comes to Minnesota and then literally goes, especially if he takes us on a playoff run and then after that playoff run goes, I'm out. I might track him down and punch him. I might track him down and just hit him one time. And he might just have to eat that. Like a grown man, he might just have to eat that punch. I don't know that you can do much about it. But I'll leave that to when the football season starts because we got a whole lot of summer ahead of us. So we got a lot of hot weather before we get to that cooler weather before that happens. So just really hoping that I don't wake up to ESPN or any sports ticker telling me Aaron Rodgers signed a 1-year deal for $10 million with the Minnesota Vikings, because I swear I see that shit, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
That's funny shit.
But nonetheless, in other sports news, my Minnesota Wild got absolutely pummeled last night. Pissed me off. Watched the game for no fucking reason. The reason why I'm even bringing this up because we lost to the team that she likes. Fucking St. Louis fucking Blues.
Let's go Blues. It's okay. We're really just not that phenomenal this year. So,
and you know, that's
the up and downs of
why
hockey.
It pisses me off. You know, like
it's the ups and downs of
it's
hockey.
like, imagine, you know, picking a fight with a little kid and then that little kid kicks your ass because he's being trained by Mr. Miyagi. Like, it's like, you know, like, what the fuck am I, like, I'm supposed to be happy because he's not a kid, like, because he's not a grown man. He didn't kick my ass, like no, I'm even more pissed off because he's a kid. He's not supposed to be this good at fighting, and I'm a grown man. Damn it!
I didn't even realize that we played you guys last night. I've been so off the hockey regimen. It hurts my soul. I need to get back into it, but my work schedule and the way they play just don't match up right.
The games go so late.
Where we
live at too, the time frames are so bad.
Volley sports is the worst.
Yeah.
Worst thing that's ever happened in my life. They are my mortal enemy. Everything's a blackout game. I can't watch anything legally. And I don't have the patience to try to watch it illegally.
I watch everything at this point. Like if the Timberwolves are playing NBA, I'll watch that. If the Wild are playing, I'll watch that. ESPN Plus, shout out ESPN Plus because they're almost always playing a Minnesota Wild game. Shout out to ESPN Plus.
Couldn't be us. That's crazy.
Man, I will. And I'm gonna have to because shout out, I did get a job. So I got a job. I start Tuesday. I start trading Tuesday, and then I start doing my shit again. It's the same thing I was doing for my old job, just a different company. But my boss is a big college sports fan, and so it's like I'm probably gonna hear a lot more about that. So like a part of me is kind of like I'm probably not gonna get into March Madness. Because like people love college basketball and like I get it, it's real intense and so it's real entertaining, but like that's a lot of tournament to watch, dude. That's a lot of tournament to watch. Like I think it's like 32 teams or some shit like that. It's upwards of like a lot of fucking teams that are playing to come down to it. And I'm like, I wait until like the halfway point of the bracket to really start like seeing what teams are doing real well. So I'm like, all right, if this game's on, if I could catch it while it's on, I'll turn it on. But for college basketball, I just can't get tuned in. And then I want to try for college football. I want to try for college football. Because college football, every year, people get really excited. People love it. And the atmosphere for college football is amazing.
Yes.
People really enjoy it.
Yes.
I wanted to say my boss is a Notre Dame fan. Yeah, I want to say he's a Notre Dame fan.
That's okay, I guess. If you would have said OU, I'd have been like, you gotta hate him.
Yeah. He's a Notre Dame fan. He's a Cubs fan, and he's a Bears fan.
Oh,
So yeah,
he's
Poor sad little
confused.
take that as you want.
He's so confused.
I mean, I'd rather have him be a Cubs fan than a White Sox fan.
I can only get into college sports if I'm physically there,
never
because
been to a college
I started watching college sports as an attendee. I started watching college sports at the U of I. So the band is
Yeah.
there, the environment's there. It's not, you know what it's like being in the stadium or being in, I mean, I've been to basketball and football. It's a different environment, and that energy isn't matched when you're watching at home. So you're just like, oh, I could be there. I know what that's like. And I know that's a great freaking time, but it's just not here at home.
The day that I can go to a Texas Longhorns game, I'm gonna pass away.
Probably.
Kiana,
Pass away.
That you just know that if Kiana does that, we will hear her for like the next week because her
She-
voice will be gone.
No,
she'll
she
be
won't shut up
present.
for the rest of her
She'll be
life.
present, but her voice will be gone. Like just like her levels of screaming that she will do, especially if they win. Oh, God forbid they actually
Might as well
win.
just plan her funeral if they
Right.
win.
It might
She
as well
won't
just,
exist.
Write a will
just
at
a
this
funeral
point.
for her vocal cords. Just the funeral for her vocal cords.
Write a will at this point.
She'll be at the funeral, but it'll be like a little small box with like her vocal cords in it. Here lie.
Better start learning sign language.
Right. She's just walking up to the casket, just going.
I'm so serious.
Longhorns
dude.
casket.
I'll die
Yeah, it's a
I'll
Longhorns
die.
casket.
in the shape of Texas.
That would be so difficult to make.
It would have to be big.
That is hilarious.
It's fine.
Oh man.
Goodness gracious.
But along the lines of college stuff, there was a game that dropped that I was super happy about on Friday. I know you guys really don't care about it.
I'll say I don't do sports games either.
Yeah, y'all don't do sports games, so I know that y'all don't care about it, but I know there's some people in the world that do. MLB The Show dropped. It is a really big year for MLB The Show.
This is the one we were talking about last week,
Yeah.
where we couldn't tell if you were talking about a TV show or a video game.
Yep, MLB The Show 25 dropped. It is great. It is fun. I am loving it. But the reason why I say college sports is because this is the first year that they have integrated any bit of college sports into the MLB atmosphere. Because beforehand they were separated. It was NCAA baseball, and then you had MLB, where there's MVP baseball or 2K baseball, whatever it was at that time. But they were all separated out at that point. They weren't together. Like you might have like callbacks to some of the colleges in the games, but you wouldn't be able to play as any of the
Right.
colleges in these MLB games until this one. This is the first one where you're able to actually start out in high school and play high school games and use metal baseball bats and hear that nice sweet ping, that nice beautiful sound that you just miss. You just don't
Yeah.
get it no more. But in this game, it rings every time. It's beautiful. It sounds amazing.
Sounds good.
It feels great. It's very realistic when it comes down to how you play throughout it, because like when you start out in high school, you don't start out throwing like 90 miles an hour. Like your fastest pitch you could probably throw is like an 87 mile an hour fastball, which is very realistic. Like if there's a guy that's throwing high heat, the highest you're probably going to see in high school, depending on the freak of nature you're going up against, usually is going to be within the high 80s. You're not going to see a whole lot of guys breaking 90 just yet. Like you like once they get to college, more than likely after a few sessions with an actual like pitching coach, yeah, sure, absolutely. But like high school, they're just chucking to chuck the ball, and
Yeah.
they're not really throwing any mechanics behind it to get it to a 90. But
They're just trying to get it across the plate.
Exactly. And you know, so like it has realisticness to it, to where especially when you're playing, even the announcers are changed up. You don't get the MLB announcers for your high school and college games. You get like a different announcer, which sounds more like at home, to the point where when you're playing, even when you're playing like college and AAA games, when the games are sponsored on the broadcast, they'll have a made up sponsor for the broadcast. It'll be like Terry's Weed Whacking Company. Like it'll
That's
be
amazing.
It's
That's
so
detailed.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
so great because they'll have like There was one the other day where it kind of sounded like a GTA commercial, the way he worded it, and I was like, that was a little iffy. But it was funny because I'm like, man, it adds a little character to the game that just wasn't there before.
Yeah.
Like, these baseball games have been the thing that I see a lot of people complaining about, which the same thing that people complain about with sports games all the time, is that they're the same game every single year. And I can attest to that because I'm a big sports fan, so I buy a lot of the sports games every year, so I kind of get that. But this is the one time where I finally see them doing something new, and it's making the game a lot better. It opens the doors for a lot more future stuff with hopefully college sports, to where we could potentially get another college baseball game in the future and have that representation there again, and then see more college, sports games come back to life, like college basketball and all that good jazz. Maybe see that happening. So hopefully that happens. But as it stands, I've been loving MLB The Show 25. I hope the people that have been playing have been enjoying it as much as I have, because I've been getting a fucking good amount of time out of it. Along with a game that I really wish that you would just fucking pick up at this fucking point. And I know you've got to play it at some point.
Yeah,
It's fucking Monster Hunter shit, dude.
I'm just a cozy gamer through and through. Like,
What's
why
not
start
cozy?
new game when you can replay Stardew Valley? It's hard decision.
I just bought Stardew Valley as well.
We could co-op.
I have it on PlayStation.
I put it on my PC.
I don't know if you could co-op from PC to PlayStation or not. I don't
Should
know.
be able to.
I don't know.
I say I can play with you, Brittany. We have 2 copies of it on Steam.
I mean, I could probably get it on Steam, but it would have to wait.
Only bad thing is you can't flirt with other players. You can only flirt with NPCs.
Darn.
I did download that other one you told me to
Shucks.
as well. That's the one I started, the Sunhaven.
Oh, Sunhaven.
I did start
that one's
Sunhaven.
fun.
I'm about to say, I don't know anything about
It's
these
like a
games. What is
Stardew
it?
Valley, but all the characters are hot.
Oh, nice.
No.
You can't.
No
Not
cross-platform on Stardew. Big
That
sad.
sucks.
Poopy.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like that you can crossplay Raft. That's a good one
Yes.
because whenever you
Yeah.
create it, you can hit friendly fire in crossplay on it.
that's hilarious.
I like turning on friendly fire and going around and stabbing Aaron. We're like, hey.
But shout out to Aaron. Hopefully, we could get Aaron to be on an episode here soon. She
You
was
might
here.
catch her on some gaming episodes, maybe, but she's kind of a sissy. I was going to use another word.
Oop.
Fuck it, use it. I don't care.
No balls.
Care.
I literally, this morning, what happened is I got up to go into the bathroom and I was in there and I was getting ready to brush my teeth. I was brushing my hair and I'm like, Erin, are you going to get on and do a podcast? And she gets real quiet and I hear from the other room, man, I don't know if I'm ready to do a full episode. I went, pussy! And then I just...
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm on standby, phone in the
Right.
group chat,
I texted
and a
Brittany and
towel
I'm
waiting.
like,
I'm like, am I getting
She's
dressed?
scared. Just get ready.
Yeah.
Do I need to do hair and makeup? Because if not, I'm going back to
I love
bed.
you, Erin.
We
But I'm
love
just
you.
saying.
Grow some balls.
I told her, I said, bro, it's literally you're just sitting there talking to your friends. Like
Yeah,
the
we're
only
just
other
hanging
person
out.
in the room is Run DMC, and he
Yeah.
don't say shit.
No, he'll just look back there and wave and then grin and laugh.
You'll see him make a face every once in a while or something.
Maybe throw his
It's fine.
eyebrows up a little bit.
Oh, the eyebrows go crazy.
Yeah,
Let
pull
me
the eyebrows
tell
up a
you.
little bit. Oh, well. He'll give you one of those. Yeah.
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 Well, Brent TMC, what do you think? He'll be like,
No.
Like, imagine if, for anybody who's seen the show Home Improvement, Run TMC is very much like Tim Allen's neighbor. But, like, take away all the talking bits, just mute the TV and just look at Tim Allen's neighbor. That's Run TMC to us most of the time. He's just kind of there throwing up expressions, but
That
all we
is-
see is just nose and above. That's really it.
Very real. That's very real.
Love it. Love it. I love it. I love it. There's your old reference from Al for the day.
oh, God.
You got to get one of those every so often.
Jesus.
Oh man. But in other good news, a show that I brought up a little bit before the camera started rolling, I'll talk a little bit about it, but I'm not going to talk a whole lot about it just because you guys haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
But Invincible, the new season of Invincible, holy fucking shit. If you are a fan of superheroes in any way, shape, or form, if you like Justice League, if you like Avengers, and especially if you like dark, gritty, like stories where fucking real people's like personalities are kind of thrown in this mix, it's very good. If you like The Boys, pretty much, if you like The Boys, this show is right up your fucking alley.
Okay. That puts it higher on the watch list.
I'm
If
about
you
to
would
say,
have said that.
if you like The Boys, this is right
I
up
like
your
Boys a
alley
lot.
because this is a similar style of storytelling when it comes to this type of
I was gonna
animated
say,
show.
I can read the little overview for it if you want me to.
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
So this is the overview for Invincible. So it
very
looks like
good.
what? There's only 3 seasons right now.
Yes, I
Came out in
believe so. This is the third season.
2021. So it says 17-year-old Mark Grayson is just like every guy his age, except his father is Omni-Man, the most powerful superhero on the planet. As Mark develops power of his own, he discovers his father's legacy may not be as heroic as it seems.
Nope. Nope. It becomes a very, 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 very big.
It says it's the most stream action on streaming today.
Yep.
Or most searched action, on streaming today. Volatile, gory, and witty is what it says.
Yes. It is very gory. If you don't like dismemberment and shit like that, don't watch the show. But I mean, it's a lot of superheroes that literally just punch through each other's fucking chests. And literally squish each other's skulls, and
It's got a good cast.
it's got the cast is basically Walking Dead.
Other than Seth Rogen.
Really?
Other than Seth Rogen, it's basically just
Yeah,
Walking.
pretty
Glenn
much.
is invincible.
It's got Glenn, yeah.
Glenn is invincible.
Glenn,
One of the
my
newest one of the newest
baby.
characters in the newest season, and this is a bit of a spoiler for you, but it's not going to spoil much. One of the newest characters, voice acted by Negan,
Oh, shit.
and it was a battle between Glenn and Negan. I'll let that sit there. I'll
Okay.
let that sit there for the people that like Walking Dead and have never seen the show. A battle between Negan and Glenn.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let me remind you about how
Glenn.
big of a fucking
If you would have just said Mark Hamill was in it, I would have watched the beginning, when it fucking started. If you would have just told me Mark Hamill was in it, I would have been like, Luke's got, I'm there.
yeah, it's great. It's fantastic.
They've got Christina from what the hell's that show called? Fucking hell.
I just put my phone down, damn it.
It's a banger of a show.
Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, yeah, Sandra Oh. Yeah.
Banger of a show.
May Whitman.
Very,
Yeah,
very,
that
very,
is-
very, very good.
That's a stellar looking cast.
Yeah.
It's a
I
very
mean,
good cast. They do a very, very good job.
Love
like
the
I
Seth
said, once
Rogen
again,
thing.
I'm surprised that you got, and Seth Rogen does a fantastic job too. Like when you see Seth Rogen's character, it's very Seth Rogen, but like,
Yeah.
Jillian from Community. I love Community.
dude, it's got a great cast. I can't say enough positive things about Invincible. Really, I can't.
See that.
It's
It's
a
amazing.
very, very, very good show. It's well deserving of everything that it's got coming to it. My friends, shout out to East Coast Cross Up. I give them a shout out almost every week. Sheik and Quan and a bunch of other guys in the group have read the comic book for Invincible and have read on past where we're at in this season. And like they're all like, dude, this next season is going to be the best one, but it's also going to be the one that puts our main character through probably the most shit that he's been through. And I'm gonna tell you now, this motherfucker Mark doesn't get a break. He doesn't get a break. He does not get a break. You're gonna watch it and you'll understand what I mean. He does not catch a break. You think other people have it bad in the superhero worlds? This man Mark gets out of high school and cannot live. He just can't do anything,
Can't just be.
bro. Breathing for him is damn near taxed at this point because it's so tough for him to just do anything because of all this shit he has to deal with on a constant basis.
I'll have to watch it after I finish Dr. Stone.
It's so good. Dr. Stone's on my watch list too. I need to watch
I
that.
told you,
That
bro,
sounds
I'm
like
already
it's something I
almost
want to
done.
start, but in my brain, I'm thinking, when can I? Because I'm halfway through. I just
You'll
started
like
My
it.
Happy Marriage. I'm loving it so far. I have another season, but Scott gets home today, and I don't know if any Solo Leveling has come out. I don't keep up
Solo
with things
Leveling,
that
I
come
think,
out.
came out yesterday. I think there was a new episode that came out yesterday.
Because we managed to get him to watch two episodes subbed because he didn't want to stop. He wanted to know what happened. So we got him to watch a little bit of subbed anime, which is huge.
want to let y'all know that is a big feat.
Big feat.
That man complains about reading all the time.
Yeah, I can't even have normal subtitles on because I can't hear anything ever. So I can't have subtitles. How am I supposed to hear without my subtitles? This
Right.
is my hell. I can't hear anything.
How am
ever.
I supposed to
Fine.
hear without my subtitles?
It's the same. It's the same thing when you're driving through a neighborhood at night and you have
shit.
to turn your music down, roll down your window, and look out and see where the numbers are in the house. It's the same
And
thing.
it's okay when I back up in my work truck, I roll my windows down so I can see my mirrors better.
See, you got that
Absolutely.
little bit of barrier.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we've got Monday Night Raw. I never miss a Monday Night Raw.
Don't watch
So
those.
I'm like scheduling when I can watch things next, and I don't think I can watch something until Friday. That's crazy. When he leaves again. So
I mean, this newest season of Invincible is now completed, so
It ain't
you
going
have
anywhere.
you could fully binge this and be caught up to everything within a week. It's not hard to catch up within a week. It's only 3 seasons. Each
okay.
season's only about 7 or 8 episodes long, and then I think in between seasons 1 and 2, there was like a special for one of the characters, Adam Eve. And it's just a backstory for her. So I think you could kind of watch that at any point. I'm not too sure because I'm gonna be real, I never watched it myself. But I've heard
I'm bad about binge watching.
Very good shit.
Like when I was starting to rewatch Naruto whenever I was in the old house, dude, I watched Naruto for like 15 hours fucking straight.
Oh, Scott got on me about not. I still haven't watched Naruto.
Like I would literally
made it
get
through
up
like
to
half
go
of the
pee.
season. I can't watch it.
Yeah, I
can't
made it
watch
all the way through Shippuden, and then I went fucking wild with it. Or like I said with Dr. Stone, there's 4 seasons, and I think I just started watching it last week, and I would watch it at work too. And I'm on the 4th season already.
I'm never going to forgive myself for getting a position where I can no longer listen to things during my day. I used to podcast it up in the back of the office, and now I can't because I talk to people.
I sit at my desk and I can have my little phone set up and just have my headphones in and do my shit and have Dr. Stone playing in the background.
Man. I need to get caught up on anime. I say it every fucking week, but I also need to watch.
I'm starting to do it more.
There's a new season of Reacher that came out. I really need to watch that.
I need to rewatch Reacher, that big man.
I need to watch that. I do love Reacher.
He's so pretty for how big he is. He's just got such a nice
He is a
face.
handsome guy for how big he is. He's not like
I don't know if you
for
know,
the size
but
that
he
he is. He
can
doesn't.
sing.
Yeah, he can.
By the way,
Of course he can, because
because
what can he do?
Because I follow him on Instagram, and he put up a video of him singing, and I was like,
I
wait
beg
a minute,
your pardon?
wait a minute. And I had to show it to my mom. I was like, Mom, this is Reacher singing right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he hasn't gotten casted for anything Marvel or DC yet. Like, genuinely, I'm surprised that he hasn't been. And, like,
he's just a fucking brick wall of a man.
I'm just trying to think of who he could be, too, though. Like, if he were to get casted by a Marvel or DC, I don't know who he would be able to be. But I think that'd be something right up his alley for how
huge.
fucking ginormous he is. Yeah. Even if they just put him in a fucking, like, a suit. Like, make him Bane for an episode of something. I don't know.
It'd be nice.
But
huge, bro.
We don't usually get what we want in that department.
No. Which, so...
He's 6'3", in case you're wondering.
Sick.
But that's not as...
No, it's not as tall as I thought he was.
That's really not as tall as
I thought he was at least like 6'5".
I've never been disappointed by a 6'3".
Such a big fucking
But no, that's
dude.
like the thing. Like that's the thing though, is like he is big, but like for as big as he is, I thought he was 6'5".
I don't know if you've seen the movie that he's in called The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. It's the funniest fucking thing
What the
I've
fuck
ever
is that
seen.
title?
What?
So
No,
it's
that was a Fall Out Boy title.
It's a movie with him. It's got Henry Cavill. It's got Alex Pettyfer from Dude. I mean, so it's
I've
like
seen a clip of it.
It's like an old action war movie, but it's also really funny because they're spies, and him and Henry Cavill at one point have like I can't remember what the accent is, and they like sit there trying. It's got like Nazis and stuff, and
I remember seeing the
it's a
exchange
good
with
movie.
the
It's
accents.
hilarious though.
Yeah. So I had a moment the other night where we were talking on the game chat, and my buddy Jalen brought up this idea that he was like, I want them to make this type of game, but I know it'll never happen. And he was like, I don't get why it'll never happen, but I know it won't. And I was like, okay, so what's that? And he was like, well, I want like an Avatar The Last Airbender game, but like a big one where like you go through like open world shit and like you could bend and all this shit and yada yada yada. And I was like, it sounds great. Who the fuck's gonna do it? And then who's backing the money to produce such a project like that? And so he was like, if I had the money, I would do it. I'm like, now here's the thing: is Nickelodeon gonna sign off on that? Because the last Airbender game that they produced literally ate dick. It was
and there
terrible.
was the one that you didn't play either. The one that came out a while ago where you could play as Momo and you were
right.
That one was a decent game.
It was, yeah, but it's like for both of those games to not bring as much money as they would want them to, and let alone a game by the name of Smite, which very popular game. They did a crossover with Avatar: The Last Airbender at one point, and they brought over Korra and Aang and Katara, and they just made them skins over characters that were already in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But those sold like hotcakes. because you didn't have to do anything with them. You just changed the assets of the characters you already had, and you just gave them different animations and stuff. It worked very well.
Well, and I feel like the games before, I know one of them wasn't a good one, but I feel like the games before also didn't make as much because, like, we were still young when that game came out.
Right.
Like, it was a while ago when that game came out. It's been,
Right.
that wasn't a time when we had money to be able to buy our own shit. This
Right.
was a, hey, mom, hey,
Yeah.
dad.
And then he used it as an example too. He was like, because I told him, I was like, it's tough for something like that to just happen. It's tough for something like that to happen. It's tough for somebody to get all the money and all the people to back something like that. And he was like, well, it happened for Hogwarts. And I'm like, Hogwarts is not hard to do though. I'm like,
Go to the store and find something Harry Potter related. It's not hard.
no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and on top of that, I'm like, the world of Harry Potter is so much smaller.
I was like, I think you better choose your words carefully.
So much smaller. It's so much smaller
About
than
to
the
get
world of
held at
Avatar.
one point.
I like
there.
looked at
She's
him and I'm like, I swear
what are you
to
about to
God.
say?
Well, like I don't mind Harry Potter. I don't mind Harry Potter, but like when it comes to comparing the two worlds, like, bitch, you can fit like 5 Hogwarts in Ba Sing Se alone.
Yeah, and I was going to say Hogwarts is Hogwarts. Like, it's a place, and then you get the places around
That's
it.
what I'm saying. I'm like, you
With
barely
Avatar,
leave
there's
the school.
so much shit.
Yeah, I'm like, there's only so many times that you leave the school in Harry
Yeah.
Potter to where we know a lot about the outside world. And when you're not going to like
It's either the
regular London,
Forest
you're
or
going to the
Hogsmeade or-
forest, you're
yeah.
going to Diagon Alley, you're going to maybe Azkaban, possibly. In the video game, you probably go to Azkaban or something like that.
I didn't beat it, so I don't know.
I know if you take like Hufflepuff's route or some shit like that, apparently you can go like on a
I chose
storyline.
Slytherin. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm about to say I chose Ravenclaw, I think.
I am a Slytherin, though.
I'm
So.
a Hufflepuff.
I don't remember. I had not.
I'm a-
Still.
It makes sense.
I'm the guy that bought the game like literally week 1 and literally have not left Hogwarts yet. I haven't left Hogwarts in chapter 1 yet.
Brittany's afraid of spiders.
Yeah. Oh,
And then
they do have it. They do have
I
it.
know they have an arachnophobia mode, and Scott also offered to go through and beat all the spiders for me. I just haven't.
I love the game. I haven't played it for a
They have it
while,
in
but when I
Monster Hunter,
did,
too.
it was
Because
Arachnophobia
at
mode
the
is in
time
Monster Hunter
that
now.
he did tell me that the time that he discovered arachnophobia mode in Hogwarts, there was a Disney Dreamlight update. I didn't touch anything else.
homie. I can't. These
remember
updates
that
can't keep
Dreamlight
up with
stuff.
me, bro.
Oh no, I haven't.
updates
touched,
can't keep up with me.
I haven't touched.
I'll let y'all go on.
Disney
about
Dreamlight
that.
Valley.
It's like a Stardew Valley game, kind of.
You get a little Animal Crossing vibe. You get a little Stardew Valley. You get to farm. You got your neighbors. Okay, you can mine with Wally. It's cute. It's fun. It's not you.
Right now, I'm
It's
mining
not you,
with.
and
It's not
that's
my thing.
okay.
No,
I'm
it's not my
mining
thing.
with Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas.
I haven't
And then
touched
I
it
have
since The Lion King came
Aladdin
out. So
and Jasmine are out now. Oh, homie, you're missing Aladdin. You're missing Jasmine. You're missing
Rapunzel, you're missing Hades. I know I'm behind.
Maleficent's in it too.
Let me live.
Live.
I'm busy.
I love it.
I'm realizing there's things that I could have added to what we're gonna do later. Let's do another one. Let's do
missed
another one later.
opportunity.
That's my
That's
comfy
crazy.
game though, because then I play
It
like
is.
COD and Phasmophobia
Oh.
and stuff.
You want to get real cozy? Put on like a jazzy coffee shop playlist while you're playing it.
And I have YouTube videos
You
playing in the
get
background
cozy.
of Markiplier.
I love it. Oh no, that's too chaotic for me. If I'm playing a cozy game, I need cozy music.
No.
Nothing is happening in the world behind me.
I was
It's
gonna
me
say-
and
I
my
was gonna
coffee
ask,
shop.
like, what is your guys's like? If you could like, based off of what I was talking about earlier with like the Avatar thing, it would is there a game that you would
Yes.
want to see made that like hasn't been done yet, or they
Yes.
could be done better? What would that be?
So I think I've talked about it at one point. I think that there would be it'd be a dope ass thing to do like a game, but like a vampire game. Like where
Okay.
you are the vampire, where you go
Okay.
out and you go hunting, you go out and you can change people.
Yeah.
You go out and kind of like
They've made those before.
yeah, but they're not good.
I mean, like there's vampire, there's vampire,
I've seen
there's
Vampire and I've seen Vampire because they're on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
But like, I need a good, like a great version of it, like
Yeah.
something that's really like. Because those games, I know they exist, but when I see them and I look at them, I'm like, I don't want to fucking play that game.
yeah.
I don't
Hear me
want to
out.
do that.
Slice of life Pokemon game. We have our Pokemon games.
No,
We
I
have
mean,
our open world.
I'm not
We have
surprised.
our original.
Right.
Give me a slice of life every day. I need to feed my Pokemon for it to live.
Mm-hmm.
slice of life game.
Oh, so you would like a Pokemon daycare kind of thing.
Kind of, or, maybe it's you have a company where you got to get your Pokemon to do things. You have to train them. You have to train Machamp to be a mover for somebody. Like that would be. It's a lot.
Okay.
That would be a lot.
So
but it
like
would be
putting the Pokemon,
like
training
real
them
life.
for real world
Yes.
real world things as opposed to training them just for battle.
because
Yes.
there is an aspect of that in.
That's always in the show.
Sword and Shield, where you can send them to do jobs
Yeah.
to level up.
Yeah.
Give me the option
Let me
to
be the
work with
person
them
that
on that
contracts
job.
them.
Right.
Yeah, I
Let
want
me
to be the
recruiter.
contractor.
And you can level them up and they learn new
Poke
things.
recruiter.
And,
Yeah, would that not be
Yeah.
a good
Poke
game?
recruiter. That would be cute.
Because a
be
lot
cute.
of cozy gamers and a lot of just, cute little girls want to play Pokemon games, but they want something different.
There's two different best friends in the world. There's me and then there's her.
In
I
case
want
you didn't
blood
know,
and gore.
Wants my thing.
And then her.
with
She
my
wants
blanket
that.
and my Bulbasaur, I have the earrings in.
Yeah, she
I
likes
am a
Pokemon a lot.
I'm
pokey
the
bitch.
black cat girlfriend. She
If I could
is the
live-
little orange cat
If I
girlfriend.
could live in a mushroom house, I would.
I would say I'm sad that
Two
we did
best friends.
we did not do a Pokemon guessing game today.
It's okay.
But we will do one the next time that we have you on because I know that that's one of your big ones. We're
You-
not jumping ahead just yet. We're not jumping ahead. I seen your
Will
hand
get
move over there,
smoked.
TMC. I seen your hand move over there. You're good. We're only 30 minutes in. We've still got some
No,
time
yeah,
left.
we
Yeah,
still
you're
got
straight.
stuff.
You're straight. I was just bringing up the fact of I definitely did think about that before we started, but I was like, Scott
wondered.
brought this idea up to do this last night, and I thought that it was a really good idea. So we're gonna
He
do this
knows me so
today,
well.
and we'll do the guessing game
this is
later
what
on.
he brought up.
Yeah, what we're gonna do today, which we're gonna get, like I said, get to it later on. We're not gonna do it right now, but what we're gonna do today, Scott did bring up before he passed out last night and then stopped messaging us. Yeah,
It looks like he's about to get some
he's gonna get
some
entertainment
levels out of me.
He's gonna get entertainment out of
This looks like it's
But-
gonna be fun.
Bernie, you said you had your Pokemon, your Poke Recruiter.
Yes.
You had your
Vampires.
vampire joint.
What's yours? What are you thinking? It's in the dome.
I've had a lot of games that I think could be done a lot better. Specifically anything pirate related. I feel like pirate games could be very, very, very fucking cool, especially if you like turn it into an online aspect, like how Sea of Thieves is. There's another
Like a
one.
open world kind
There's
of.
like but like I would like it to be like give me what was it called? What's that one space game? Give me No Man's Sky. Give me like No Man's Sky, but like instead of it being like you're in a spaceship and you go throughout space like traveling from planet to planet, put me in a randomly generated world where random islands spawn and I have to go
Yes.
discover these islands. There may or may not be inhabitants already on it. There may or may not be treasure. There may or may not be fucking creatures that want to kill me. There may be nothing at all. But give me this fucking world that's randomly generated. Give me a boat to start with that I can just use as a base model for what I need.
And you can
And let me
upgrade it.
recruit people. Let me get shit. I want
It'd
to
be cool if
build
you
my
could
ship
design
up.
your own ship.
That's what I'm
too.
saying.
Like
I
it
want
would
there
give
to
you
be
different options.
And I want the ability to ransack people. Like I want the ability to go
He
in
wants
and
to
go.
pillage.
I want to
There
pillage.
could
I want
also
to
be
do
like another pirate one, but like
because I know there's pirate games
treasure
out there.
islands, like where the pirates are like flying through space. You know,
Yeah,
like
like-
like they do on their ships.
Yeah,
and shit
and
like that.
there could be events where like fucking a kraken will spawn or something
Right.
like that, and then like everybody has to try to team up to take out the fucking kraken,
Mm-hmm.
or like it'll be like a big event where like it goes across servers, where the kraken will have a big pool of health, and as people damage it
Like
throughout
a
the
raid
servers,
kind
of
yeah,
thing. Yeah.
damage it throughout the servers, and once it goes down, everybody gets a big fucking
bonus.
reward. Like
Oh.
everybody gets like a bunch of gold and gets like
That'd
a
be cool as
banner
shit.
with like a kraken logo on it or something that you can fly as like your flag for when you're sailing. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's cool ideas that could be done with these pirate games, but when they happen, they're just executed poorly. Like I like Sea of Thieves and I like the idea that Sea of Thieves is going for, but it's just too cartoonish for me. I want a realistic one. Like I want a realistic pirate game. And then there was one that came out not too long ago. But I heard there's not a lot of getting off of your boat I heard you're spending most of your time on your boat and it's mostly boat battles. And I'm like, I don't want that. I'm like, I want the ability to get off my boat and be able to use a blunderbuss or a sword or whatever, take a torch in there and start setting fire to shit and then burning people's stuff and then just coming and taking over the land. Like, I want it to be as realistic as possible.
Specifically, not in a way that turns it into another Assassin's Creed game.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like Black Flag, but like take Black Flag and just like put it on steroids.
Yeah.
That's what I want. I want Black Flag, but you just like 2 needles right to the thighs and just fucking juice them up. Just juice them straight the fuck up. And just like slap them on the ass and tell them to go get in the Royal Rumble and watch them just have fun. That's what I want.
Right.
That's what I want from a pirate game because like they just don't do them well enough. They really don't.
I love that you asked, and I was like, already like, yes, I already know.
Yeah.
Like, I already fucking
Because
off
like
the jump.
everybody's got that like in their head. Like everybody like
I was thinking about it last night too because I was going through PlayStation Plus games and I saw those games on there. So I already had it off the dome because I was like, how cool would it be to be able to make your own like vampire coven and like have to fight hunters and have to like do all that kind of shit. But I want it to be like a gory game. Like I want you to be able to feed off of people.
You could be the main
and do
vampire
kind of shit like that.
and you could bite somebody, turn them, but then like on your map, like you open up like your mini map and you could track where they are. Like it'll change
like
the
a little
color.
dot,
It'll change like the color of where they're at. And then like as they go throughout and you play throughout the game, you'll
cool.
see more dots pop up on the map because they're infecting more people and stuff like that. And then you can keep tallies on what areas of the map host most of your vampire covenant. And then as you play, there will be another vampire that comes in that's like another alpha that's also trying to take over. So you'll have a different color come in.
Hunters, you could fight
hunters, you
everything.
fight like everyday police officers who are also just out on the streets who just so happen to catch you in the middle of doing some shit.
But to make it like, it'd be cool if it was like a new, like this era kind of thing, but it'd also be cool if it was like in the Peaky Blinders kind of era too. Like with the way that they dress and the way that they act and the way that the gangsters and the mobsters and everything were back then.
Red Dead Redemption, but with like vampires.
Kind of like Peaky Blinder, but vampires. Yeah, I mean like that era of.
I mean,
different
like,
vibe for a Red Dead Redemption.
But like for like old school sense, like there's no technology. It's just like we have like these steam, like steam powered shit, and that's as far as we've gotten so far. Steam and coal. Yeah. No, I get that.
Think it'd be dope.
Absolutely, that would be very cool. Either that or like for me too. Either give me the pirate game or give me an actually good Power Ranger game that isn't just a fighting game.
Yeah.
Because we haven't had one of those since like the PlayStation 2 and GameCube, and the last one that we had was pretty poopy. So for a Power Ranger fan like me, I would, even if it's just like retelling a story. Actually, you know what? I lied because we did get the Rita's. There was like a new one that's like Rita's Rewind or something like that, and I have not played it yet because it's like $40 and just haven't spent the money on it. But that's the only Power Rangers game that I haven't played. But the last one that we got, like major one before this one, was like one on PS2.
I don't
like a
think
big open world.
Ever make a PlayStation or one of those vampire games, but with our subscribers, if we get rich,
I mean, hey, who knows? We might be able to.
I might hire my own people.
I mean, hey, we might be able to do it. We might be able to make it happen.
something up with a game dev. You never know.
You never know.
Larry and Studios would be so much fun to work with.
So, and you said,
I just noticed you're wearing your little Pokeball earrings.
I literally said that. I went for the whole fit. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting dressed. I got to put myself
You
into
moved
the
your
pod.
hair, and I just saw it pop out, and I was like,
It was either this or the Togepi earrings, and they look too much like Easter eggs. So I was like, yeah, let's go subtle.
So yeah, if we make money, you know.
and what you said, what was your comfort game? What was it? A Disney Dreamlight or whatever? Is that like your go-to comfort game of all time? Like that's like out of all the games you choose to play, that's the
one
go-to?
I play now. I don't really know what a comfort game. You know what's funny is I just started because on PlayStation, you know how you can stream a game instead of downloading it because it'd be easier. I just started streaming the very first God of War last night.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's a comfort game for me to watch. I could sit and watch Scott play that for hours. I love to watch people play video games.
I love. That's why I like watching Markiplier and his friends and Jacob Forrester and all them because that's all they do is play video games. Yeah. Shout out to MySkerm and Wade and Markiplier and Jacob Forrester, all them. But I like playing. One of my favorite games I used to play was Spyro.
Oh yeah.
I loved it.
I played Spyro on the PlayStation, sitting on the bedroom floor eating string cheese. That has been my shit for life. I've played Spyro and Pokemon as since I've been old enough to hold the controllers in my own hands.
Controllers. Good old controllers.
Good wired.
Good old wired.
You can't go far. It
Can't
is
do
you
much.
and the TV, and it's right there.
but like even then,
little wired
yeah,
controllers,
good
my
controllers.
guys.
Yeah, great wired controllers. No, I as a fucking
Well, I was gonna
kid,
say, what about you?
I had so many games coming up that, but I don't know that I'd call them comfort games. I know my go-to comfort game if I'm really in a mood and I need something to take my brain off of the world for a bit, I always play Katamari Damacy.
Who? What?
Katamari Damacy. It's one of my favorite games of all time. You play as a little prince. It's no bigger than this little soda can here.
Sounds cute.
Prince of Cosmos. His dad is the king of Cosmos, and his dad, in some kind of stupor, decides that he wants to just take out and destroy every star and planet in the
This
sky.
little green thing.
Yeah, you're the prince. That's the prince.
Oh my god.
He's the prince. And
Send that to me. I'm not even going to begin to try to spell that.
oh, it's very cute. I'll probably end up playing it on stream here soon.
Bet.
It's a very, very cute game. We downloaded. Not downloaded. We recorded episodes for Beer Cave. We just have not put them out yet. So we might end up streaming that here
I got some
soon.
Twitch clips coming your way, my guys.
Because I mean, like with Scott's new job too, trying to record episodes for that because we started recording it with Scott with his new job, it's gonna be hard to try to manage to do that. So I might just end up streaming it or something. And we might still upload those episodes and just do something with it. Who knows? But Katamari Damacy is very, very. It's just very chill. There's no competitiveness to it. It's just you're a little guy and you have a giant ball, and your whole goal is to roll up objects with this ball. That's it. There will be objects scattered throughout the map, just random objects that pertain to the map.
Are you trying to spell it?
K-A.
Got it.
K-A-T-A, yeah.
Yep. And you have goals, challenges, or whatever, based on the different constellations.
Right.
That
Like
looks really
Pisces and
cute.
stuff like that. If you got the Pisces constellation, it's gather up pairs of things. So it's not just fish, but other things that come in pairs.
Did you do the little YouTube thing? The Google thing.
There's a little
Google thing.
Google Duber. Yeah, there's a little
Oh,
Google
it
Duber.
is so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit the little thing.
You hit the little. That's the ball
you
that
hit the
you roll.
little ball, and then you can.
Yeah, and then you roll it.
You roll it, and it
Yeah, and
puts
it
the
collects
ball on the
everything.
little screen. That's really
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, shout out to Katamari Damacy, a literal innovative game that came out that cost $20 when it came out, and in the early 2000s. So let me remind you, this game dropped at $20 or $30 in 2008.
You're gonna make me
That's fucking
violently
awesome.
angry
Initial
about the price of video
release date
games.
is March 18, 2004.
2004 it came out. It was $20 fucking. And this thing became a cult classic. It's a great fucking game. It's always on sale on the PlayStation Market. They have the remasters on sale. I'm pretty sure it's on sale right now for the first one. But love that game. That is my comfort game for sure.
It's dope.
I didn't have it growing up as a kid, but I got it in high school. I played the demo of it at Walmart in the kiosks. Broken
When
neck.
you had to look up.
Yeah.
I saw. Sorry.
No, go
related. I saw a Switch
Kiosk?
on sale on Facebook Marketplace this morning
Oh,
for
wow.
$2,500. Who just gets one of those?
I mean,
and
hey,
how
man.
do you get one of those?
Once I start having money like that,
People
I'll
like weird
have
shit,
a
bro.
spot in my house
I love
where I have
scrolling Facebook Marketplace
Oh.
for shit like that. Stupid. Anyway,
I'll have a house
sorry, it just
dedicated
made
to
me
just
think of
bullshit
that.
like that, though. I will have a place in my house dedicated to bullshit like that. I will. That's a goal of mine. Is I want a gaming room that's just dedicated to putting a bunch of just gaming shit in there, or cool anime, cartoon, anything
I
like
had to
that.
yell at Scott the other day because when he came over the first day to help me set up the new PC update, and all that stuff or whatever, we had cropped the camera to where it was enough where you could still see stuff outside of me, which is fine. You could see the living room and the
Yeah.
dogs or whatever. But when he redid it and he put the outline or whatever on it, you could see the shit in my kitchen next to the fridge where my mops and all my shit is. So I messaged him and I was like, "How in the fuck do you fix this?" So I had to go in and move all my shit in the kitchen because you could see it all these bags, my brooms, and so they're all sitting next to the trash can. And every time I go to the trash can, I kick it, and I'm like, "God, I hate this."
You just start kicking it out of anger, throwing a tantrum.
I'm so mad.
Goodness gracious.
He was like,
Yeah,
"I don't
no.
know, it'd be hard for me to do it." And he's like, "I'll have to swing by the house again." And I was like, "I don't mind seeing everything else, but why do I have to see the shit in my kitchen, bro?" Nobody needs to see inside of my
Need to
kitchen.
Sort that one out, bud.
I'd say I'm gonna start streaming something on the channel here soon. I'm thinking I'm gonna do because I just got it not too long ago, which is funny as hell because it was like $15 when I put it in my wish list, and then literally the very next day it went on sale to 60% off, and I went, somebody's telling me to just get it.
Well, now that we're
Somebody's
game
telling me to
sharing,
just get it.
Run TMC's got a shit
Oh,
ton
that's
of games for me to
right.
play.
Yeah, there you
So I
go.
think I might download, like, we've got, like, there was an Elder Scrolls. I can't remember what else was on there. There was a few
I could
few
see
games on
you
there.
going into an Elder Scrolls
I
game.
God.
I could see
Scrolls. So I'm thinking about, like, on days that Aaron can't, like, where we can't do stuff together because we have to do, like, Raft or Fortnite. Like, those are the only options that we can play, like, PlayStation and PC right now that
Yeah.
we have and own as a whole. So I might be just doing some Elder Scrolls or something by myself. I don't know. Baldur's Gate's on there. I might do something like that.
Random thought like y'all were talking about video games, and I'm like, we need to play Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, we could.
We need to. I already had it on PC because I was going to
Still
play it
never
with
beat that
people.
fucking game.
They, just abandoned me.
I love that
My
fucking
brother.
Still never beat that fucking game.
I told you could play with me as soon as I bought it,
I
and then
went
you're like, "I'm gonna
through-
play with my brother." And
I'm
then
so
you never
angry.
played.
I went through the process of making sure that we could get Baldur's Gate on the PlayStation to game share with my brother and a couple of his buddies, and then radio silence.
See,
Nothing.
And I
Welcome
got
to my
Aaron,
life with Phasmophobia and Baldur's Gate.
Sorry, you missed me on Phasmophobia.
my friends are like, hey,
Me and-
let's get this game for like it's you know what? I'm calling Sheik, fuck you, because it's literally you. It's literally you. It's literally, hey Al, I'm gonna like I literally kept checking for Baldur's Gate to go on sale because also fuck you, whoever runs the company for Baldur's Gate and does the pricing for PlayStation, because that was such bullshit for that game to be 2 years into release and win a Game of the Year award and not catch any type of fucking sale at all other than a 20% off within the first it was 10% off, which fuck you.
Oh, that's
Did 10%
disrespectful.
off of a fucking modern video game?
Off of a
You
$70
fucking jackass.
video game?
You
Yeah.
fucking jackass. Suck my dick. That is such bullshit. 10% off.
That's mean.
That's
Because
like saying, hey, let me suck your dick and then just blowing on the tip. Fuck you. Fuck you,
the
you
Steam
dickhead.
spring sales or the seasonal sales on Steam would literally never.
Like,
Never.
That pissed me off. But no, that was like, Sheik literally was like, every time the game, we would look and try to see if the game was going on sale because throughout the whole fucking year that game's released, him, Quan, and like 3 other people in the group are all playing this game and they're all in love with it and they all have different campaigns with each other and yada yada yada. I'm like, man, I would love to play this with my friends. Everybody's talking this shit up. And this is something that I think this is like the only way that I'd really be able to get into D&D like this. Like at this point, you know, he fucking buys it for me. We play like 2 to 3 days of it. I ain't seen that game since.
We could always just restart and make new.
Oh, I'm
Start
gonna have
from
to
the
fucking
beginning.
restart. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And even then when I was playing with them, they know what the fuck's happening because they've played the game 17 fucking times already. They're just like, yeah, this guy does this. This guy, he's kind of cool, but he fucking...
Well, and it'd be easier to play because, like, I've had Erin try and play with me, and like Erin she hasn't played the game very much. She hasn't played it at all. So this
Yeah.
was her first time. So her trying to figure shit out was hard for her. But you knowing what you're doing and me knowing what I'm doing.
I was gonna say, me coming from playing D&D for so many years and then jumping into this, I was like, the mechanics are a little different, but
that one's crossplay too, right? Baldur's Gate.
no, it's not
Okay,
because
so
I
Aaron
went
wouldn't
through
be able to
hell.
play that.
Yeah, because I went through hell trying to get it on PlayStation to be able to play with them. It's not available yet, but I do believe they're working on it. My problem with D&D anything is that I'm always a ranger or a rogue. So we just got to make if that's something y'all want to do, we're going to have to work something
No,
out.
that's not
because
me.
I'm a stealth dex.
That's fine. You
poor.
could do that with me.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I'm sneaky. I'm stabby. I'm shooty. But I'm not. Me and spells. I can't do spell slots. I can't do spell slots to save my life.
I got you. That's what I do.
I don't know.
I do
none of that.
spells.
I just know that I roll dice good.
So, final Baldur's Gate 3 update is here for cross-play stress testing. That was January 28th.
So the other, it's
maybe
Still
soon.
just trying it. Maybe by the end of summer we'll have a major update on it or whether or not they've made it stable enough.
Well, they are going to introduce it.
Oh.
It says, yeah, they're stress testing right now before the official launch in 2025.
beautiful.
So yeah, we'll
That'd
probably
be
get
dope.
that sometime midsummer, not in summer.
That would be
So, yeah, me and you could play
because
on.
that game makes me so angry. I would love to play
I
with
love
other
that
people.
I love that game. Me and you could play, and it'll be great. It'll be
Um,
fantastic.
And sidebar, because it just hit me because I was thinking about Avatar: The Last Airbender again, because we are getting more of that here soon, and I was just trying to think of like when we're supposed to be getting either that movie for Aang that's supposed to be talking about his time after the comet and everything like that. We're supposed to be getting that at some point, and then we're also supposed to be getting that new Avatar series.
I remember that, yeah.
But what hit my brain was I just remembered how many people on the internet are trying to suck Korra's dick and try to put her in good positioning, which I'm gonna let it be known. There is nothing that you fuckers can do to make Korra a good character. I'm gonna let it be known right now. As an Avatar: The Last Airbender fan, y'all trying to suck this copium dick and get her up on a higher pedestal than Aang is never going to happen. Because I saw a video the other day where somebody was
on a higher pedestal than Aang.
There's people that are trying to.
Possible.
There's people that are really trying to. Well, there's people that are also trying to like. They're trying to knock Aang down to her level, which is not possible.
No, wrong.
Like
No.
it's not possible.
You leave that ball baby alone.
That's not a thing.
Like they were saying how Katara, but Korra was the first Avatar to technically bloodbend, which is true. She was. But then would follow up to say, Aang was never really the first to do anything. And I was like, there are so many instances where Aang was the first to do so many different fucking things. Like, there are so many different instances where that happened.
People
but
need to go back and rewatch it.
It's just like,
rewatch the old stuff.
And it's just like this new series is about to follow a new Avatar that takes place after all the stuff that Korra did, and they are about to be literally in the worst position ever because of everything that happened with Korra and her show. Like literally, like Korra had so much help because of Aang and all of the other airbenders and all of the other avatars that came prior to her. Korra cut all that shit off. Korra cut all of that shit off.
Yeah.
So literally the only person this new avatar has
is themselves.
Is Korra.
Is Korra.
Korra, yeah.
Is Korra.
Well,
That's it. That's as far as an avatar guide, as far as anybody who could literally guide them to be what they're supposed to be, that's the only person who knows. That's the only person. And like literally they fucking can't get any help from anybody. They can't talk to Kyoshi. They can't talk to Aang. They can't talk to any of them.
Right.
They literally just have Korra. And it's all Korra's fault. Like, this avatar could not be in a shittier position.
Right.
And it's not their fault. It's not Aang's fault. It's not any avatar before that. It's just Korra's fault. So I'm waiting to see how that happens and how all these Korra fans kind of hide in their shell when they find out that she fucked up a lot and didn't make the lives of anybody else really all too much easier than what they're supposed to be. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it happens.
Speaking of new movies, there's a new Freaky Friday movie
There is a
coming
new
out.
Freaky Friday movie coming out. Yeah.
I saw the trailer for
I'm
it.
so excited to see Lindsay Lohan on screen again
Oh
because
my
she's done so
God.
well for herself, rehabilitating herself and getting herself back into a normal life
I wish
position.
Amanda
And she
Bynes
looks
would do that
so
for
good.
herself.
Well, when you go through the face tattoos, it's hard to bounce back. She was in a dark place, and not everybody can bounce back from
But
that.
in
And that's okay.
in this one, in that trailer, not only do they switch spots, they switch spots with what I'm assuming are her daughters.
Yeah.
And they all four. And the youngest one is the one that ends up in her mom. And
If I hear Jamie Lee Curtis using modern slang,
Oh, it's
I'm
so
gonna
good.
lose it. I'm gonna lose it in that theater.
It's gonna be
it
good.
looks so good. And I'm so excited because I loved the first one.
Yes.
As far as
Loved
it
it.
goes, Jamie Lee Curtis, as far as like actors go and aging actors go, Jamie Lee Curtis is always one to stay with the times.
I
I don't
love
think
her.
there's ever been a time where Jamie Lee Curtis hasn't been hip. Like
Right, but okay, on par with us, we now have a generation under us saying shit that we don't understand.
right.
So
I swear.
No, but I don't think
If, swear to God, if I hear skibbity toilet
I
come
would
out
say,
of her
I
mouth,
don't
I'm
think, I
turning
don't
the
think
fucking
Jamie Lee
movie
Curtis
off.
is dropping
She's
a
not gonna
No
do
skibidi toilet.
more. Turn off.
I don't think.
but I have to
yeah.
hear kids talk at work when they come in to do things, and I hear them, and I'm like, what?
We might hear her say something about Aura. She might say something about Aura. she might be like, ooh, his
because
aura.
it's the youngest. Yeah, because like I said, it's the
That might
youngest
be
daughter
something.
that's in that
Aura
switches
points,
into her
losing-
body. So
She's gonna lose aura points over something.
Yeah, she could do
Oh,
those auras.
no.
And she'd be like, oh my God, is he going to
No.
come over here and try to rizz me up?
Oh no.
Riz Master.
Oh, man.
And then there's also a
I was just about to say, yeah.
sketchy ass Stitch movie coming
It's not
out.
sketchy. It looks great.
They did Pleakley wrong.
Fucking Jesus. Stitch is good. The one who they picked for this older sister is who people are having
Nani.
problems
Be-
with. Is
because-
Nani.
They're being creeps.
Yeah, it's
Nani-
that's not because she's a bad
It's
pig. It's because
dumb.
they want her to have an ass. They want her to be
Which
thick.
is so
they want her to be
weird.
thick. I'm sorry that real life characters aren't built like cartoons. I'm sorry. I'm
Valid.
sorry that fucking Dexter's mom was an anomaly before fucking Housewives. I'm sorry that Mrs. Incredible has an hourglass figure that is damn near impossible to reach without fucking surgery. Like,
Yep.
I'm sorry
She ain't
that
got
you
no
can't
ribcage.
hold off your horny desires for these fucking animated characters
It was-
to allow them to live in a real life. My fault, guys.
Nani's casting was set up to fail with the original animation anyhow because her portrayal in Lilo and Stitch as that character does not look her age.
Right.
She looks like she could be 30. She looks like she could be Lilo's mom, but she in real life is
Her
a 16,
sister.
17-year-old
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah.
They're portraying her as a 16 or 17-year-old sister
The
on
guy
the
that
island.
they've done as what's his name? Bubbles, Mr. Bubbles or whatever.
You
he could have
can't
been
tell me-
bigger, bro.
Terry
In-
Crews.
in-
The Rock would have done it.
In the TV
I
show,
don't-
he is a big
Big
buff,
man.
He's a big
fucking
guy. Yes, he's a big guy.
And like, I have no problems with Stitch. I think Stitch is cute. I think
He's
it's adorable.
They did really well.
and the
with
one that they
that.
picked for the little girl is going to be cute too.
Yes.
because it's all the Polynesian, Samoan, all that's
They
that's
did
the stuff
great
that
with
they are.
casting the community
People
that
are
they
just
needed.
fucking weird.
But Pleakley being a man, I just want to talk. I don't have, where's the wig? Where's the bob? Where's the dress? You can't tell me that there is nobody in your casting calls, or you couldn't have gone out and found somebody. You could have found a drag
These
queen.
are trailers. These are
Swear to
trailers
God.
too. You got to remember these are trailers. They're not
So
going to
we-
show you everything. They
That's
want
valid,
you. They
I
want you
guess.
to. They want you to look forward to shit. So they want to give you glimpses of
They
them.
don't have
because here's the
Pudge
thing.
the fish. I'm going to lose my
They
shit.
don't want to. They don't. This is also major trailer one. This is not like the third trailer down the road, and we're just
Yeah.
now starting to see characters we haven't seen before yet. No, this is our first time seeing certain characters on screen in live action for the first time ever.
Right.
So I get that there's some form of criticism that can be had here, but to criticize it for stuff that we literally don't know is there yet or not,
Right.
we can't do that. Because the comment sections were livid as fuck with the whole Quee, whatever his name is, thing, not wearing or whatever her,
Pleakley.
yeah, not
I'm like, wait,
wearing
who?
the dress and the wig and stuff in the comments, and I'm like, you literally get less than 10 seconds of that person in the fucking trailer. You don't know. What
All I know
are
is
you
they
to
better
know?
be putting some more shit
What are
in
you
there.
to know? You literally see them transform back, and then it goes to a whole nother scene. You don't see them for the rest of the trailer.
Was she even in any of the parts holding her little doll that she has with her?
I didn't see that, but they didn't.
They didn't show the doll. I
What
don't
they
think
were
showed the
trying,
doll yet.
what they were
Better
trying to
have
do
doll
is
and they
give
better
a
have
good
Pudge the fish.
in the trailer. They did. I think I will give them this. They did a really good job on showing parts that we know from
Yeah.
Key
the
moments.
animated movie,
Key moments.
and adding in some new things that they're improvising to make the times a little bit longer because this movie is going to be longer than the.
It's gonna be
cartoon.
yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna
yeah.
have
But-
its own. It's gonna have its own little
And
segment.
it's got some good spots where I think they did well with that creative liberty. So I'll give them that praise. It looks like it's going to be well balanced. I think we're just upset over the cast, and as
Well, and it's not anything that we have to like bully them to make Stitch look better either. Like he
Right.
looks cute. I love it.
I think it looks like an
like
amazing
when
trailer.
he sucks
I
in
think
his
it
little
looks amazing.
antennas and he's like sitting there.
yeah, they did really well with him. Like this is not going to be something that I'm mad at. There's just things that I wish they could have done differently. And you never know.
It's gonna be better than Shrek.
all the people that
It's gonna be
we
better
love,
than Shrek.
That's wild.
I'm calling that now.
See, but there wasn't.
I'm not-
This is like a live action. Like for Shrek, they have other things that they could have based off of to make it look the same. They just decided to say fuck all with all
That's what I'm
the same
saying.
animation.
But
Hot take. I don't care. I do not
give a
care
fuck.
about the animation with it
I'll
because
watch it
we're
still.
we're in a different era of animation. We're gonna have that. We're growing
I
up.
don't like it.
What a lot of scrutiny coming out for new releases of movies that we loved as children. Shrek was the first movie I saw in theaters as a child. I've had Shrek my whole life. We've had Shrek our whole lives. We love them.
Look the fucking same.
And
So
how
it
many years has it been between Shrek 4 and Shrek and this new one? Things change, things evolve constantly. Cartoons don't look the same as they did when we were kids.
No, but you can't say that because
No,
How to Train Your Dragon has looked the same since the very first one, and they've been doing How to Train Your Dragon in different iterations in every shape and form. They've got How to Train Your Dragon TV shows, and those still look exactly the same as the movies.
I don't know.
I was about to say.
Ooh, there was an opinion over there that we're gonna get here.
Was there an opinion to be had over there?
You made a weird noise.
Yeah.
No, that was an opinionated
2010
Chris.
is when the last one came out. That's wild.
And then the first one came out in what, 2001?
I would tell you if I could spell.
They're just doing what they can to stay relevant. I'm trying to
Well,
take an
2001.
open mind into
So 2001 to
these.
2010, a 9-year span, same animation, even with the specials that they did, because Shrek had specials.
Yeah.
Shrek had specials out the fucking pussy.
All look the same.
All
I'm
look the same.
I'm not going to
This
be
is
mad
the
if we
first
manage to
animation
bully
change.
them to changing the animation style like they did with Sonic. I'm not mad. I'm just saying it's not going to keep me from watching it.
It's
if
not
they
gonna
don't
keep me
change
from
it,
watching it,
I'm going to.
no.
I hope that they have the other two kids in there because Shrek and Fiona have 3 kids.
They're gonna have
Yeah.
the other 2 kids in there, and they're gonna have Donkey's kids in there.
I'm gonna
because they
love
have
that
they had
so
3
much.
kids too.
I'm gonna love it so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see Donkey's Children.
That's gonna be great.
That's going to be so.
I can't wait to hear what they sound like.
Yeah.
What they fully grow into and how that personality comes from. Dragon
Donkey
can't
and a
talk.
Dragon.
She can't talk.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth doesn't talk.
That's what they think
How
her
is that
name
going to
is.
translate to?
Because
well,
in the second one, whenever
I'm
they
coming
take the
Elizabeth.
the happily ever after potion, he's I'm coming Elizabeth. That's where they think that's her name. Technically, they think it is,
It's-
but they
I think that's
don't
just-
know.
I think that's just a movie quote.
It-
I think that's
it's-
just another pop culture reference.
Donkey
that they
speaks
do.
in pop culture references.
Yeah, like,
so
that's his thing.
See, but when I was googling it, I didn't see anything about pop culture. Everything was just about the dragon.
Sorry.
There's so many donkey
You
jokes
wanna
that I
hold
use
it?
in my
Yes,
daily life.
Please, yes.
That's why I'm so sad that you guys couldn't hear it when we were doing the raft because Scott
man.
was doing such good impressions in the
He-
background,
he
and it was
was.
fucking hilarious.
No, I'm hearing it in real time. I'm sitting behind him at my
Well, 'cause
computer.
There's a game chat in raft, but it doesn't work.
Right.
Like I can hear them, but you guys can't hear them for whatever
Mm-hmm.
fucking reason. So he was like, whenever you were like, "Who are you guys talking to?" I'm like,
No.
"Talking to Scott." What do you mean?
And for reference, Scott. Like this. This is how Scott sounded.
He really
I know
did
you could barely
because
hear
I went
me.
back on the Twitch to try and clip
That's
stuff,
how
and it
Scott
literally
sounded.
sounded like a whisper, bro.
I don't know
It
how.
was so quiet.
Because I can hear him outside the house.
That's what I'm telling you.
Screaming in that
I had to
game.
get
And
in chat.
there's no option. Like, whenever you're in a PlayStation party, I start to broadcast from PlayStation itself.
Yeah.
I just hit broadcast, and if I'm in a party, like a PlayStation party,
It'll
it'll
ask you if you
ask
wanna
you
share the
if you want to
voices.
share.
Mm.
I just assumed because I was in game chat,
It was
just like
already
Fortnite's
doing
game
it.
chat, it's already recording.
Right.
It's already hearing everything, and then so I don't pay attention. So until people like Bryce and Al were like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" and I'm
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like, "Aaron and Scott. Who the fuck? What do you mean? Who
Yeah,
am I
it
talking to?"
sounded
And
like
they're like,
Scott-
"We can't hear him." And I'm like,
We were
"What?"
hearing him through somebody else's headset or something, so it sounded like Scott was. It sounded like the headset was sat down and Scott was talking to us from the kitchen.
Yeah,
like,
it was wild.
You could barely hear him.
We keep so when he's like recording or if he's streaming and he's on something with anybody where he's talking, he closes the office door because love my boy. Odin is my world. He's nosy and he's there. And if he wants something, he's gonna whine at you. He's gonna shove his head under your arm, hit your keyboard.
Oh yeah, see,
he's
I
gonna
don't
pay
have
attention.
the pleasure of blocking the boys out.
Yeah.
So that's why, like on the PC now, you can see him playing around in the background or
I love
whatever.
it.
Or in the PlayStation, when I used to have the Ottoman because I moved it because it had that hole in it or whatever. But when I had the Ottoman, they literally would like I'd be playing and here would just come Kratos, just right here,
Uh-huh.
just snoot against the side of my head, and I'm like, "Who the?
I'll-
what is
I'll
happening?"
be playing Fortnite, mouse and keyboard. Odin is head on my headrest.
That's what Kratos does to me.
I have
He'll
to
nudge my arm.
disinfect that arm every single day because it's just slimed. Love my slobbery boy, but
Yeah.
dear God,
When
it's
I'm
disgusting to
playing
set your arm in.
Fortnite, and I had the controller down because I was just sitting like this, and it would just be like a dog snoot would just pop up, and you could just see the head on the bottom of the camera and their eyes, and I'm
And
like,
it's my
"Hello!"
favorite because you can't see their ears. It's just
It's just a big squishy ass head.
So real quick, while we're on the topic of Fortnite, I want to ask this question, and then we'll move on to our final topic. But because I kind of had this idea, or wanted to see what your ideas were for this, because we've had a lot of skins come to Fortnite. There's a lot of characters that have been
so
thrown into
fucking
Fortnite.
many of them,
Everybody
dude.
has a lot of them.
I mean, like hundreds of them.
But are what's a character or set of characters that are not in Fortnite that you guys really want in Fortnite?
See, and they've been adding a lot more stuff. Like they've been adding I have a lot of anime characters. Like I have Naruto, I have My Hero, I have oh god, who else do they have? They've got quite a few of them that they've brought into them.
They do, and that's what. There's
know.
not one that just jumps out at me that's like I have to
Like
play as this.
practically anything could be a Fortnite skin now.
They have
Yeah.
Nightmare for Christmas because I have Drac and Sally. I mean, they've got so much shit. Like but there are. I don't know if I have like,
Demon Slayer.
off the dome. They do have Demon Slayer.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
They do.
I have Nezuko.
Yeah,
I didn't. I picked up Fortnite.
unaliving.
I have her.
Oh
You're gonna
yeah,
have to believe
sorry.
that. So I don't know if there's anything off the top of the dome that I would have like added, but I know there are skins that they put too much. Like the Ariana Grande. Why is that still on there? That's been on there for months, my guy.
Okay.
Put something else on there.
Weekend.
The Weekend. There's a couple of them that have just been on there too much for me.
Okay. You don't have anything that you
Nothing. I mean, there's things that I wish they would bring back to the shop that I can't because I missed them. I didn't watch Attack on Titan when that came out into Fortnite. That's when I picked up.
I also have
Fortnite.
the Attack on Titan.
I picked up
skins.
Fortnite when Attack on Titan was really big. So I missed all of that. And now that I've watched it, I can't go back. Mika says my favorite.
I wish they had a shop
want her.
where you could buy them outside, like maybe up the price $1 or $2 or whatever, and you could buy like the skins that are like not in the actual shop. But once they're not in the shop, like you're screwed. You don't get it anymore.
unless they re-roll it and bring it back.
Yeah, and most of the time they don't.
They don't. No.
They only do the popular ones, like I said, like fucking Ariana Grande's been in there
yeah.
so much, and I don't
that's
know
more
why.
than likely because they're under contract and they have to get her a certain amount of money. And
I
they
do
have
think
certain
it'd be
amount
cool
of
if they added more anime stuff. I think it's funny because they also have a lot of Dragon Ball Z, and they brought around Dragon Ball Z quite a few times.
Yeah. And it's just 'cause
And
they got
I
a lot
think
of
it's
characters
funny
there,
when I hear
too.
people complain about it. Like my friend Lainey, she played one time and she's like, "Why do they have Dragon Ball Z in here?" And I'm like, "You have to understand." There are anime. There's popular animes. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean like I'll spend all my money on any anime characters that come through. You might not, but you're also a big fan. Her favorite's Batman. I'm not gonna buy every Batman skin that comes in, but as soon as they pop up, you're there to buy them. Just like I'm like, why is there Batman here? The same reason you're like, why is there Dragon Ball Z in here?
Yeah.
Because I fucking love anime.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people that love anime. Just
why
like,
can we buy Air Forces for
Wild that I have
Godzilla?
shoes?
The one, and it just brings me to my one that I have asked for, and it's the only thing.
God.
I told them if they bring this in, they will. This is probably the only time that Fortnite will get the most money out of me.
Shohei, what's his
Nope,
name?
don't care about Shohei
They
Ohtani.
had got him in there right now.
Don't
or they
care about
did.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they keep throwing him in
Yeah.
everything at this point. Anything that they could shoehorn Shohei in, they're going to do it. But the one that I said they have not done yet, Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Power
That'd
Rangers.
be really
and
good.
I literally have said it in the beginning since they've started doing all these crossovers. I was like, it's the easiest thing they could possibly do. They could literally throw the Power Rangers in. They could be literally a reskin on each fucking one of them. They all just have different helmets.
Different
it's
colors,
It's not hard to do. Like literally, if you do Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it's literally just a suit with diamonds on the chest. So you just change the color set and then you just give them a different helmet. Boom, you're done. And then if you want to be extra with it, you can make a Megazord skin, and the Megazord skin could be just like a regular fucking skin. You've done it before. Optimus Prime exists.
And they have had the Transformers on there.
It's literally not hard to do at all. It's one of the easiest fucking concepts ever. It literally works because they all use blasters. You could literally bring the Power Rangers weapons into it and literally
probably like a rights thing.
Yeah.
I mean, and like that's the thing. Like
money wise, like how much money is
'Cause, I mean, we
Fortnite
had
willing
Teenage
to
Mutant Ninja
spend
Turtles, so.
to have?
And that's
and they
that's the
have.
thing. Like,
But like, how much money are they willing to spend to be able to get the option to make those skins? Like,
I
what are
think it
the
would be
rights that
dope.
they have to go through? All the shit that they have to do to be able to have the ability to be
Which
able
I mean,
to show
that's
those
the same
skins,
argument that I had for the Avatar thing that I
Right.
was talking about earlier. So yeah, like I
Right.
completely get there, but like if it were to come down to it, it can be done so easily. It can be done in a very fun way because you could make it like an event. You could make a whole event out of it to where like literally you have each ranger's weapon scattered across the map, And if you go and collect them all, they come together and
Well, they
form
had,
one
like,
big canon like they do in the
They
TV
had
show.
Star Wars for a while
Yeah.
where there would be portions where Darth Vader would land on different parts of the
Yeah.
map.
You had to fight him.
And you had
Yeah.
to fight him.
It'd
and
be
you would
something like
get-
that.
Yeah, stuff like
I
that.
miss
Yeah.
the lightsabers.
And
I
it's just
was
like with like
so
the
good with
Avengers thing when they
lightsabers.
dropped all the
Batb,
Tony Towers
yes.
and everything like
Yes.
that. So I don't know. I just thought they'd be a cool. I think they'd be a cool concept. I've always asked for them to do something like that.
I
Because,
wish I had somebody that I could say that I would want to use in Fortnite, but I just know that when they get there, if it's a woman, they're going to put her in heels and I'm going to be mad about it because I don't, for some reason, I despise Fortnite characters in heels because the mechanics just look weird when they run. And maybe I just want to have a combat boot moment. Maybe she can just
Phaedra,
have
the one that I use, the little goth girl.
Yeah.
She's got those black combat boots that
There's
she wears.
plenty that I have that don't have heels in
Yeah.
it, but I look at it and I'm like, why?
yeah.
She doesn't have to just because it's a woman.
Women.
I don't know. Another side character too that I think would be cool. It just hit me in the head, and it would be a random throw out there. And I know none of the kids of today's age would know who the fuck they are, but I know we would. Put the Totally Spies in Fortnite. Put the Totally Spies in Fortnite. Put them in Fortnite. Put the Totally Spies in Fortnite.
Sailor
Winx.
Moon.
Put the toilet.
Winx Club?
Put the
Sailor
them in there.
Moon?
Yeah.
Sailor
Put them in
Moon.
the-
Could you imagine?
There's a throwback to all the kids who watched
Take
early
my card.
2000s Cartoon Network. You're welcome. You didn't
Take my
think
card.
you didn't
I
think
love
about
it.
Totally Spies for the last 10 years, and now it hit you in the fucking face. You're welcome. Love Totally Spies. It's a
That's
great show.
great.
Um,
Anyways,
but talking about shows that you haven't talked about or movies that you haven't watched in years, we're gonna do a bracket. Now, this bracket was designed with the idea was brought to us by Brittany's husband, Scott. You guys, you know him. He brought this idea to us last night because we've been doing these bracket fights for a minute now. We love these bracket fights. They're super fun. Kiana's gone through 2 of them already, and we plan on doing more down the
I need to
road.
send you that other list I have.
But this one was special. This one is not involving any characters at all. This is involving movies. I kind of don't want to explain all of it because you guys on screen, you guys could see what movies this involves. You guys
She
could
can't.
see. She can't.
We literally have
Oh,
tape
no.
on the
Yeah,
screen.
she can't see
to
what's
keep her
here.
from seeing it.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
can't
so
see what's
you-
on the screen.
When it pops up, you'll see the 2 big pictures, and that's
Yes.
when you'll see what
You
the
know-
options
Once we
are.
hit
That's why the
matchup
tape's
mode,
there.
once we hit matchup mode, on the screen will pop up 2
Yeah.
images, and she will have to select which image she wants to move along in the bracket until we get through one side and the other side, and then we
Knowing
go down.
that it's knowing the theme and knowing the
know
one
what's-
specific question that I answered, I'm stressed.
You know
Yeah.
what's funny is
I'm
because
stressed.
I would die to do one of the waifu ones for her.
Yeah. That wouldn't be bad.
Like the
We
one
could
that
do it.
I did, she would fall apart.
Yes, I
We
would.
can do it. We can
Yes,
do
I
it. We
would.
can do it. That's
Even
easy.
if
We
it
still have
was
all
the same
pictures,
list
too.
of people that we
We still have
did,
all the
maybe
same
just
pictures,
add
too.
a couple more, she'd be like me.
easily doable. It's easily doable. Very easy. Very easy. We
But we're
already
not
have
going to tell
everything.
you what's on there.
No,
it's going
we're
to be a
not gonna
surprise
tell
to
you
her.
what's on there.
We know she doesn't.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
this is very much so crafted towards Brittany's liking. She is like most of us, a kid at heart, and so a lot of the things that she loves is a lot of stuff that she grew up with. So this is going to be more of a challenge for her than it probably would be most.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, because if she just walks through this and gets to the end and nothing, like, I'm gonna be so
I don't
pissed.
know.
I'm gonna
You'll
be
get
so
something,
pissed.
'cause I'm
But
a
I
very
feel like
expressive
this
person.
I feel like this is going to put her
I
through it
feel
a little
like,
bit.
though, even if some of them aren't her favorite movies, there will be a couple that she'll be like, I don't
Yeah.
really know.
Yeah.
Well, because here's the thing, it's like I
Because
don't.
it's Britney.
Yeah, and I when I set this up, I just clicked insert pictures and then start.
Yeah,
so
so we
like
don't know who's
I
going
don't
against
know
who.
what's up against what here.
This'll
I
be-
have no
It
idea
just
what's up
puts
against
them
what.
in and you go from there.
So what you guys are seeing on screen is how the bracket is laid out. We don't know what it is, but we're gonna go ahead and get it started. We're gonna go ahead and get it started up with matchup 1, which is going to be Lilo and Stitch versus All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
no.
man.
Oh,
This
no.
is a very, very, very hard one.
Put it a
I'm
little bit closer to your
I'm
face.
struggling.
I just completely
I know,
hit it.
but I know you're gonna
I'm
freak out.
panicking.
it's a
Oh,
struggle. So
no.
these are very classic movies. If you don't know about All Dogs Go to Heaven,
Dude, that's such a sad movie.
it's such a sad movie, but it's a very
And-
good movie. It's about a dog who ends up passing away, and basically he doesn't go to heaven. He ends up coming across
his
a
friends.
little homeless girl, and end up showing her a better life.
I'm remembering that
It's
movie,
a very,
and it's making
it's a
me
very
wanna
sad
cry.
movie.
And then Lilo and Stitch.
And then I think that's what's going to give it its leg up right here is that I am an incredibly emotional person. And if I'm watching a movie, I don't want to cry because my husband will make fun of me. So I have to go with Lilo and Stitch on this one.
Your husband's not here. Your husband's not here. He has no preference on this. This has nothing to do with him.
I
This
know.
has nothing to
but
do with
if
him.
it's coming to, this is my decision on how I'm picking here. I have to have
Okay.
a method.
Okay.
My
Lilo and
method
Stitch
is
it
Lilo
is.
and Stitch.
Lilo and Stitch, overall dogs go to heaven. Which little sweet fun fact about that? Oh, How to Train Your Dragon versus Princess and the Frog.
Then there's no contest.
Which one?
To know me is to know that I love How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I already knew that was going to happen.
Fun fact about How to Train Your Dragon, I spent 3 months listening to every rendition of a musical version of when they're flying to walk down the aisle for my wedding, and I still couldn't pick one, so I had to choose something else. My entire life have wanted to walk down the aisle to that song, and I could not find my favorite, and I spent so much time listening to them, like, I can't do it justice.
We didn't even pick that.
We didn't even pick it. It was the Beatles. So,
but-
How to Train Your Dragon.
Sad fact about the All Dogs Go to Heaven. I'm pretty sure the little girl in that movie also was passing away in real life, and
Oh,
so
shit.
whenever you hear at the end of the movie, whenever the dog is delivering his lines to her, like whenever he's going to heaven and ascending, the voice actor for him was actually like when he's like getting choked up and talking to the kid, he was actually doing that in the booth because the kid was in the hospital and she was not going to make it. And so he was basically saying this to her as well. So
Yeah.
very,
It's
very,
hard.
very
It's
good
hard.
movie, but it is very, very sad.
I knew she'd pick How to Train Your
Oh,
Dragon.
yeah.
I
And How to
already
Train
knew.
Your Dragon, I
As
knew.
soon as
I
I,
love
saw it
Princess
pop
and the
up,
Frog,
I already knew.
but-
I do love
That's why I'm
Princess and
kind
the
of like
Frog.
sad that it went up against Princess and the Frog because Princess and the
didn't-
Frog, it's like it doesn't stand a chance.
It's
It
such a
doesn't stand a
good
chance.
movie.
I
I
love
know-
Princess and the Frog too, but it does not stand a chance against How to Train Your
You
Dragon.
guys knowing me as well as you do, it's not fair that there are some of these that I'm going to be like, I can't, there's no contest. If there is one movie in here that I think it could possibly be in here, then there's no contest.
I'm about to say I grabbed some. There's still a lot of room for more,
Yeah.
so I don't know what I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember what I all grabbed.
We'll
in this
see.
bitch, but we'll see. How
yeah,
to Train
How
Your
to Train
Dragon
Your
is moving
Dragon.
on. Dragon 3D. Let's see. Monsters Inc. versus The Lion King.
Ooh.
Classics,
Bona fide classics. One movie about a
I love
rise
that this
to fame.
isn't me anymore, and it's not me stressing out.
You know what's not fair? I have Mike Wazowski socks on. I have Mike Wazowski fuzzy socks on. And I just saw a Tsum Tsum at Five Below. And I said, it's Mike Wazowski the long way.
Mike Wazowski the long way.
But Lion King, there's so many good songs in it that I still sing with to this day in the car.
But I mean,
love Lion
but how could you
King.
forget? But how could you forget? Put that thing back where it came from, or so help me. So help me, and cut. Like, how could you? I mean, like, dude.
It's hard. This one is a really hard one.
She's out of our hair. Ah, dude, come on. I don't know. These are both bangers.
I'm
Both
watching
have
you.
both have been around. Yeah, Mike Wazowski.
Wazowski.
I'm watching you. Wazowski.
I quote Monsters Inc. so frequently. If I'm
I
typing in an
actually-
address or I'm sorting mail and I see 2319,
My little sister Caitlin. My little sister Caitlin. Whenever she was growing up, like as like a young little baby, we used to put her little curly hair in two little like puff balls, and she used to run around in like my sister's t-shirts, and so she just looked like she was walking around in a
looked
dress.
like her, yeah.
So she looked like her all the time.
Oh,
So that's why
man.
I call her like you'll probably hear me like if I'm ever around my sister. Like y'all ever hear me? Y'all hear me call her
Boo.
Boo Bear.
Boo, yeah.
I call her Boo Bear all the
makes
time,
sense.
and it's because I used to call her Boo
That's
as a
cute.
kid. So, which one we going with? We did all this talking, and I know you're still over there struggling.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
I
Okay.
couldn't tell you the last time I watched The Lion King, but Monsters Inc. is.
I will say though, if this was the time if this was around the time that Lion King came back in the theaters for 3D, I think it might have did a little bit more for me.
The credit music is a stem I have in my brain.
Of course it is.
Mm-hmm.
So Monsters Inc. it is for this one.
Monsters
one of my
Inc.
stems, so
Absolutely.
love-
Great movie. Oh, this would have murdered Kiana. This would have put Kiana in a bind. This would have put Kiana in a bind. Kiana would have just, like, you see this reaction? If this was for Kiana to choose, she would have just started foaming at the mouth. She wouldn't even have been able to make it. This would have literally put her over the edge.
And she's gonna be pissed.
Oh, man.
God, I love Treasure Planet.
Everyone,
fuck me, man.
Amber, you, my mom, Trinity, everyone around me loves Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not my favorite.
You know what would fuck me up is this Treasure Planet and Atlantis together.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
that would be impossible.
A disaster.
That was one that I did miss. I did miss Atlantis.
I'm not.
So not expect that
I'll
to
watch
be
Nightmare
here.
Before Christmas and the all the merch for it's cute. It's just, it's not. It doesn't do for me like it does for everybody else. I'm not.
Right.
I can't get Zero tattooed on me. I can't name my dog after Zero. Shout out Amber. Love the big meathead. But it's just Nightmare Before Christmas is not it for me. I love Treasure Planet. No, yeah, we're gonna go down one.
Never seen Treasure Planet all the way through, but can respect it. Can respect
Okay,
It's so
Same
good.
thing with Atlantis.
makes me want to go in and watch
It's
it.
Same thing with
Yeah.
Atlantis. I've just never. I've and you know what? Shout out to Amber because Amber did try at one point to get me to finish Atlantis, but at the time, which was like fucking 5-6 years ago, me and Chase got really fucking stoned. And so we went and got food. And after that trip to walk to get food, we came back and that movie was almost done. We were so checked out. We just started snacking and
It's such a
stopped
good
caring.
movie.
So, but Treasure Planet, moving on.
It's a great
Treasure
movie.
Planet.
Treasure Planet. All right. I actually did not expect that. All right. So now we're finishing out this side of the bracket. And then we'll go to the next side of the bracket. So you're gonna have to battle it out real quick. Lilo and Stitch on How to Train Your
It's gonna be
Dragon.
How to Train Your Dragon.
It's How to Train Your Dragon.
It's How to Train Your Dragon.
I love Toothless.
All right. How to
I
Train Your
gotta do
Dragon.
it, yeah.
I mean, hey,
And then the next one.
Monsters Inc. versus Treasure Planet. Personally, I'm taking Monsters Inc.
Yeah, I think so. Which is tough because I love
Like, and
I would have picked Treasure Planet honestly because I love that.
if it
fucking
weren't for the
movie.
socks.
I love that movie.
I
so
mean,
much.
I'm
literally the only two movies that I really fall asleep to at night in my bedroom are Treasure Planet and Atlantis.
it makes me I'm probably gonna rewatch Treasure Planet.
So good.
If not tonight, then this week.
I just watched it the other day.
Because I haven't seen it in so long.
Monsters,
But Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc.
Okay. Monsters Inc. versus How to Train Your
No.
Dragon.
Why?
You did this to
There's a
yourself.
whole nother
I know.
side.
You did this to yourself, and yeah, you still have a whole
There's a
other
whole
side,
nother
and whatever
side.
wins here has to go up against whatever's on that other side.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, welcome to how fun this is. It's a great time, isn't it? Welcome to the hot seat.
I don't like that.
Isn't it comfortable?
I'm so glad it's not
No,
me.
it's
Right.
toasty.
Well, I'd say Kiana's been in that seat twice now.
It's been rough both times.
Yeah, and she didn't even have to do this. She had to do something completely different. If I
I'm
put her
that
through this,
Nightmare Before Christmas and that fucking Treasure Planet fucked me up.
if I would have just told her, if I'd have just told her to give me this, oh, dude, I could have, dude, it'd been terrible. It'd have been
fucked
terrible.
me up.
You know how hard it would have been? Yeah, how hard it would have been if I would have said, hey, here's Nightmare Before Christmas and Howl's Moving Castle. Make a pick. You know how terrible that would have been? Oh, the enjoyment.
She would have been cussing you out for the next year for
oh,
just making her
that
go
that
through
enjoyment.
It.
The enjoyment of just
Did
that.
you hear the gag?
Yeah.
All right, Brittany, what you got?
It's so good. I love it. This is fantastic.
Dying. Choking on my own spit.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, and it moves on.
How to Train Your
How to Train Your Dragon.
Toothless, very good. The first 3D movie.
There you
Oh.
Are you
So
So we've got Toy
yeah.
Story versus Tangled.
talking
right
about
now.
movies that I can fall asleep to? Tangled.
I fucking love Tangled so much.
Tangled is great, but Toy Story is one of the
And this
biggest
is the
classics on this
original
list.
Toy
This is
Story.
the first Toy Story. This is not Toy Story 2, not 3, not 4, not any of the specials. This is the original.
I can't. I
The
can't
very
do
first time that
it.
Tim Allen and Tom Hanks share an animated scene together versus the first time that we get a good rendition of Rapunzel that isn't just the same 10-minute story told.
But have you ever listened to At Last I See the Light? Have you listened to Mandy Moore sing?
No.
Did,
No, I don't listen to Disney music. unless it's Phil Collins.
Well, it's
dislike you.
literally in the
Tangled has
movie.
got such. Good
Literally in
Tangled
the
has
movie.
got such. Good
I
songs.
haven't watched Tangled since the movie release.
Wild.
It's so good.
I watched it like a week ago.
I know people. I like Tangled, but it's the same thing as like Brave for me. Like I've watched it enough times when it first came out to where like I don't need to
That's
see
one
it
of my
anymore.
niece's favorite movies.
I'm
Anyways,
shocked, appalled. Toy Story.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't. I
shit.
love Toy Story.
Story. It is.
Toy
But
Story
I
is
watch
so good.
Tangled like once a month. It's such a comfort. But I have to pick Toy Story because I just don't. I love it.
Toy Story's music, in my opinion, slaps more. Something about Toy Story's music, it hits more. From the do-do-do-do-do to like whatever shit that it has. That's to like it's instrumental shit to like the actual like you got a friend in me. Like it covers all bases. I love it.
Toy Story. It is.
Toy
Toy
Story.
Story.
It is.
Can't go wrong. Wall-E versus Up.
This is criminal.
This is the
This is-
battle of the era because these both came out around the same.
Is this
same
legal
Disney-
torture?
Oh man.
My heartstrings are just.
Oh shit.
Oh man. This is a tough one. Both very sad movies.
It's tough because I was just telling somebody the other day that they needed to do. It was Justin that they needed to do the handprints on the mailbox just for me because I can't do it because I have a mounted mailbox. It's fixed to my house. We can't do that. It's like a little awkward flappy thing. So you don't have the moment where you got the little painted handprints. I'm like, you have to do that. Just do it for me though because I can't.
Yeah.
I thought about telling them that I'm putting up a mounted mailbox just so I could do that, but I'm not going to do that.
That's cute. Oh
Wall-E.
man. Wall-E.
Wow.
Wow.
I-
Any specific reason? Like what about Wall-E puts it above Up?
Wally himself.
Really? Okay.
He is.
You remember when we were talking to
Disney Dream-
Disney Dreamlight earlier, and she
I
said,
screamed.
"You can mine with Wally."
Wally in Disney Dreamlight Valley was the first companion I got to level 10. He's so expressive. I think his eyes remind me of like an expressive dog, like Odin. When he's just. I just want to hold him. And his little plant and a boot, he does what he can. He's trying to keep the world clean, and I just love him.
Eva.
He's a
So
good
Wally,
boy.
it is.
Does a good
Wall-E.
job, and he moves on. The next battle: Aladdin versus Finding
What did I tell
Nemo.
you? What did I tell you earlier? What did I tell you
Aladdin
earlier?
versus-
That if there is a movie in here that I can't pass on, it's fucking Finding Nemo.
I knew
And
Finding
remember what's
Nemo.
going to be at the end of this.
I don't care. I don't care. It's oh no. I'm so stressed
I already
out
knew.
right now.
As soon as you told me you put Finding Nemo on there, and I was like, "Oh yeah, we're good."
She told me, she was like, you should have put Finding Dory on there, and I was like, but Nemo's on here. I'm like,
I
Nemo's
didn't
the
realize
first one.
Nemo was on there, but yeah,
Yeah, that's crazy work Finding Nemo. It's not even close. I love Aladdin. Not even close.
Finding Nemo.
For me, Aladdin's winning that 100
I
times
can.
over. The Good Dinosaur versus a Goofy movie. Now, The Good Dinosaur for me was a sleeper pick, but I knew like if Brittany had seen it, this is one that she would love
I love
because it's a very good movie.
It's such a good movie
It's such
for
a good
what
movie.
it is.
It's a sleeper pick. It's a very big sleeper pick. It's one that's out of the Disney Pixar lineup of movies, The Good Dinosaur is genuinely not talked about enough.
I agree.
It is a
not.
very
The
good
Goofy
movie.
movie.
The Goofy movie is fantastic, though. The Goofy movie symbolizes everything that is 90s Disney in one full film.
Each other's hearts.
Awesome.
it's perfect.
iconic.
It is the
Eye
perfect
to
90s
Eye
Disney
is
movie.
never skipped at any of our friend gatherings
Nope,
for
it's
some reason.
always there, no
it
matter
has
what
been
bar we're
played.
at, no matter what house we're at. It doesn't fucking matter. That's on.
Yeah,
A
it's
display.
Touch
it could
Tunes
be
hates
played.
to see us coming.
I swear to God.
5 years of never skipping a Goofy movie
I swear to God.
Yeah.
reference is insane. But
Oh shit.
oh man,
This is a tough one, man.
I gotta pick somehow. It's what sucks is that no matter what I pick, it's getting beat. So
Yeah,
Damn.
that's valid.
Sorry, viewers.
A Goofy
for
movie,
that.
sorry.
A Goofy movie it is.
Yeah.
Goofy
Goofy
movie
movie.
moves ahead. So now the next battle is Toy Story versus Wall-E.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, huh? That's exactly what
Nuh-uh.
it is. Yeah.
Toy Story.
I know.
Toy Story it is.
Toy
Toy Story beating Wall-E. I figured, honestly. Goofy movie versus Finding Nemo. like in this sound, like this seems easy in your head until you really think about these movies and you're like, man, shot for shot, these are really tough.
Shot for shot, this is hard.
This is tough. Like joke for joke, moment for moment, like this is hard.
They're
like
feel good movies.
Because when you get to the end of it, like that's the thing with like Treasure Planet and all of these. Like Treasure Planet, it has its feel goody moments, but the overall feel of the movie isn't the same as these movies. And like Toy Story, Wall-E, Nemo, Stitch, like Monsters Inc., How to Train Your Dragon, they all have like a similar flow to them, to where like they start out very fun, very goofy, very family oriented, then a problem happens and now we got to go through this adventure or go through this thing, and now we've got to have these fun moments pop up in these times of
I would
need and desire. And
definitely
then
pick Finding Nemo.
we come down.
I will.
I
It's
love the
Finding
Goofy
Nemo.
movie. Like that's probably I would never like if that movie was on, I would never turn it off.
No, never.
But Finding Nemo is such a good
The ability for
movie,
me to
dude.
sit. Finding Nemo is one of the few movies where I can sit down and I'm locked.
I
Yeah.
can quote for quote that
Quote.
whole damn movie, bro.
Nobody watches Finding Nemo with me because I don't shut up when I watch it.
Yeah.
I know that script
Quote for fucking quote.
word for word. That
I
is
could do it all.
His son Pablo, Nemo.
Elmo. A boat. Oh, I've seen a boat.
Boat.
I resonate with Dory. We don't remember. We don't do the members
Neither does
ever.
your husband, and that's why his name is Dory in my phone.
Yeah, he outdoors me, but Finding Nemo.
Finding
Nemo
Nemo
it is.
over the Goofy movie.
Now I'm going to cry.
Yep, Toy Story versus Finding Nemo.
Shit.
Yeah,
It's
this
so
is
hard.
not-
It's
this
so
is
hard
not
because
easy.
every time we pull up, I've got to stop doing that. I play with my hair too much.
Said, oh shoot.
I do it too.
Elbows
and when I
it
just sat
again.
down, I hit it with my shoulder. I was like, oh, God, I'm
really
so sorry.
hard to do that. Every time Toy Story pops up, I have full scenes playing
Dude,
in my
I
head.
haven't watched Toy Story in so fucking long.
I know I haven't either.
And it's one of those movies though where it's like, and see, like some of these movies I feel like you could kind of like throw on and still do shit with, but then like some of these movies I feel like they're so good that the moment you start watching them, your brain subconsciously locks in.
You know what I love about Disney Plus is that they have like those screens that you can just have in the
The
background.
Finding
And they
Dory
have one of Finding
aquarium.
Dory that's like 3 hours long.
Oh, that's
and it's
awesome.
just like you hear the sound of like the waves in the background and all the fish that just like swim by, and it's like Dory and Nemo. And,
And
it's
they
yeah.
come up and they'll be
so great,
expressive in
dude.
front of the screen. It's really
It's
cute.
cute.
I'd say. Because I'm getting to the what I was saying was like Finding Nemo is one of those movies where like I could put it on, but like I can go do shit on the side because like we've seen all these enough to where
Oh, yeah.
we all know what happens in these movies. So, like we could all kind of function and still do shit and not miss anything with these films. But some of them have aspects to them to where it's like once you turn it on, you start to really lock into a point where like you find yourself like, oh shit, I watched this whole movie now.
Yeah.
As to where like some of these other movies you like turn on and you'll start watching it, but then you'll start to do something else and like you'll stick with that thing before you come back and start sitting down and watching it
Yeah.
again. Like for me, if I turn Toy Story on, if I start to sit down for a little too long on Toy Story, I'm in Toy Story. I'm watching Toy Story. Like same thing for like How to Train Your Dragon. If How to Train Your Dragon's on, if I'm there long enough, I'm just gonna lock the fuck
That's why
in.
when I clean my house, I don't sit down until I'm done.
Yeah.
I will clean for 6 hours before I
I have
sit
to keep
the
shoes
hell down.
on because I can't get comfortable with shoes. So if
I
I,
have
keep shoes
my
on,
slippers and I just run around with those on.
Yeah.
So what you got? What you
Which one we picking? Because it's still got one more fight after this. So whatever this is has to go up against another top dog. So
it's Finding Nemo. But then how do I do the? It's Finding Nemo.
Finding
Finding
Nemo.
Nemo. That's-
Finding Nemo moves
that's
on.
my heart.
Now the
These are
last
my-
one.
The last one is the
These
Big
are my
Banger,
heart
How to Train Your
movies.
Dragon versus
When I watch
Finding
these,
Nemo.
I am comforted. These are my lifelong loves.
I love that it's came down to this.
This is hard.
This is amazing. This is
Welcome
great.
to the podcast.
This is mean. This is a mean intro, but it's fine.
This is great. Making you choose.
So
It's like
I
children.
can't choose between the movies. So what I'm going to do is choose between the franchises because the Finding Nemo and Finding Dory were great. I love Hank the Octopus.
Yes.
He's a septopus, actually.
I'm sorry. You're right. She got me.
He's a septipus.
He's a septipus. My bad, homie. Sorry, Hank.
Get it right.
I'm shocking myself because I am going to pick How to Train Your Dragon
Oh,
over
shit.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Because the sequels for How to Train Your Dragon,
they're so good.
they're so
so
good.
good.
They're
And
so good.
there is, I
Yeah.
love Finding Nemo and I like Finding Dory. And then
Yeah.
I find myself saying that I love one and I like the other. I love
Every How to
It's-
Train
yeah,
Your
every
Dragon.
single How to Train Your
Yeah.
Dragon.
Every single How to Train Your Dragon has done good.
You know they
and
have
that's
a TV
very,
show
very
too?
hard.
And it's not based with him, obviously.
No, it's Riders of Berk.
It's so
It's
cute. I love
adorable.
it.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but
I happened
It's-
to come across it one time because it's on Peacock, and Peacock I put on for the dogs to
Yeah,
just play
yeah.
stuff. So sometimes when it gets through the movies, instead of
It'll start
rotating through the
auto-playing
movies, it just
some shit.
plays shit. And
Yeah.
it play. I've caught myself literally sitting down watching the How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it's called, but I just sit there and watch the show.
Riders
And
of
it's-
Berk. I just
yeah,
said that.
that is what it is.
it's hard, especially with this too. It's hard to find a animated movie series where all the movies continuously do good. Like you said, you love every single movie in the How to Train Your Dragon series. It's hard
Right.
to say that for a lot of these series.
And
I mean, hell, not everybody loves Monsters University. Not everybody loves
good.
I love that fucking
Oh,
movie.
not everybody loves Toy Story 3. People like Toy Story 1 and 2. Not everybody likes Toy Story
Yeah.
3.
Don't mind me,
Nobody-
kids. I'll be here listening
people-
to my tunes.
Yeah, people don't like some people don't like Toy Story 4. So like it's hard for a lot of these
Toy Story fell off for me. So
this, like that's
Yeah.
the thing. It's like it's hard for these to really struggle, but that's like How to Train Your Dragon, even when it took the time in between each one of its movies, they still came back with a banger story,
so
very
good,
good movie,
dude.
very good
the
production.
romance between dragons who can't even speak.
Yeah. Very
Light
good.
Fury and Toothless.
And we have the live action coming out here very soon.
So excited.
And they just announced at Universal this beautiful Toothless animatronic. It's stunning. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
eyes, obviously it's an animatronic,
Yeah.
but in the eyes you still see that same animated emotion in
They don't play with their shit, dude.
No, they
No,
don't. They're
no, not at
phenomenal.
all.
So the winner is
The winner is going to be How to Train Your Dragon. Yes,
Yay.
big winner.
We'll put a big
Yeah, we'll throw up like
everything up here.
throw up like a picture or a GIF or something up on the screen. But yes, that is the big winner for today's
That was hard.
bracket. It was
Really hard.
a very fun bracket. Very
I can't
fun
believe
bracket.
I chose something over Finding Nemo.
I
Nobody.
can't believe you did either, honestly.
That's a tough one.
Like, as soon as it popped up, I was like, oh, shit, that's going to win.
When I knew I had a feeling it was in here somewhere,
That was
and I knew that I was
wild.
going to be fighting for my heart and soul. I love aquariums. I love fish.
Dude, I love aquarium.
It is aquarium, ocean related anything's my favorite thing in the world, which is ironic since I can't swim. I would have been a marine biologist, but I realized one day I'm like, hey, you need to swim, be able to do that.
Yeah, she wears, we have little ring floaties for her when we go to the
I
beach.
float and I am transported around.
Yeah, we keep her safe. It's fine.
It's fine.
Well, with that being said, we are going to move on to the final topic of
Yes,
today's
sir.
episode, which is going to be Song of the Week.
Song of the week.
Which I'll go ahead and explain what that is since we don't have a Scott here. Song of the Week is essentially just the songs that we are feeling like you should listen to or add to your playlist that we have been vibing with this week. The songs are not from modern times most of the time. Sometimes they come from back in the day. Sometimes they come from maybe a few years back. Sometimes they're from right now, and sometimes they're not even in English. Sometimes they're in Spanish or Japanese or something along those
Korean.
lines. Korean.
Because why not?
I'm about to say, we got a little bit of a taste for everybody and a little bit of a taste for every type of music. So if there's something in here that you like, definitely let us know down in the comments section below. And if you have any recommendations, definitely leave them down below because we love to hear what you guys are listening to as well. So we can add it to the community song of the week, which do we have one of those this
We
week?
do. Also, everything's available on our Song of the Week playlist, the link below. So you can check out everything in order from the way that we've said it from episode 2 all the way up until now.
Yeah.
And our Song of the Week, shout out to Amber, per usual, our homie. She has got Mr. McAdams by Lil Dicky. Never heard of it, but I know who Lil Dicky
No,
is.
Lil
We know and love Lil Dicky.
We know
That
who
is,
Lil Dicky is.
he frequents.
Oh, man.
And mine is, I literally woke up with this song stuck in my head this morning, and I had to play it in the car because I couldn't get out of my head. It's called Swim by Chase Atlantic. And that was that band that I told you about that I hyperfixated on for like 7 months straight, dude. Like, it was wild. But I literally woke up with it in my head this morning, and I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to pick. Swim by Chase Atlantic.
Hell yeah.
Now, what you got?
Mine is another classic. I'm always in my old music. But mine is a very classic band from Australia.
Mine
Very
are
popular.
Also Australian.
Very, very popular band. Men at Work is the name of the band. A lot of people should know them, but the song that they probably don't know is called It's a Mistake. It's the name of the song. It's a very, very, very good song. I believe it's about war. But it's a very, very good song. It's got a very kind of like funky kind of beat to it a little bit. Like, I don't know, like the vocals for the band, I can't remember what his name. I can't remember what the vocalist's name is, but he's got a very
What's the name of the band?
Men at Work. The way he sings is very unique.
Is it them?
Yeah, Men at Work.
My goodness.
Yeah, Men at Work. They're an Australian band. They're the ones who made the song, Do You Come From a Land Down Under? With the wind blowing the thunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run. You better take cover. That's them. And that's them singing about Australia.
Well, alrighty then.
I met a man in Brussels.
Jesus.
He was 6'4" and full of muscles.
Oh my God.
He said, do you speak my language?
Anyways,
He just
Brittany,
smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
That's such a
do
good
you
song.
have?
I don't like that.
Love Men at Work.
Hero by Said the Sky, Dabin, and Oliver the Kid. I've heard it live twice.
Hell yeah.
I've heard it once with just Said the Sky. I've heard it once with Dab the Sky, which is their very rare, only on tour collaboration between Said the Sky and Dabin. Makes my heart soar.
That's awesome.
I love Said the Sky so much, but that is my song of the week that I just randomly picked off the top of my head because I've changed it 4 times since we started. So
Yeah. We listen to a lot of music. We all dabble in a lot.
And
of music.
I change the genres each time too.
Yeah.
I don't listen to one thing.
Sometimes
the
I just have to pick
conglomerate of
something
my
and
playlist
say
is
that's
insane.
going to be it. Just
About to
leave it
say,
there. Don't mess with anything else. Don't
every
even think
car
about
ride
it.
for me is different. Like
Yeah.
even
Dude,
if
I
like
swear.
say if I'm going to Walmart, what I'm listening to in Walmart is not what I'm going to be listening to when I leave Walmart. Like
I'm listening
whenever I get
to-
into the car after leaving Walmart,
Sometimes
I'm
I
putting
can't pull
something
out of
else
my
on.
driveway until I have the song
No,
on
that's
that
how I
I
am,
want.
too.
Like I'll scroll, go through, and then I'm like, all right, this is good. Now I can leave.
I'm listening to Noah Kahan and Hosier on the way to Walmart. When I get into Walmart, motionless and white, I need a face. Don't talk to me. I have
Yeah.
to put myself in the zone.
I always have a podcast on or a YouTube video when I'm walking through, and I'll like set it up in my purse like this so I can see it, and I'll just shop with my little headphone in.
Give me something upbeat because I'm in there. I'm grabbing what I need. I'm getting out. I despise Walmart.
I get hit on by the employees every time I go.
well, on that note, Kiana, you want to go ahead and tell them what they need to do at the end of this episode?
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends and family
Yep.
so we can hit our goal of 500 subscribers since we changed it because,
Yep.
you know, Scott's got his mullet. We're all going to do an ice
We're gonna
bath.
Figure out, yeah, the ice bath. Yeah, that's right.
Ice bath, baby.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
So make sure you know, like I said, share it with your friends and family. All of the links are below for our Spotify audio listeners. We're going to keep that, try and get that a little more updated. Our song of the week is on there, updated all the time. We've got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Everything is down below. And shout out to Pokeshop Collectibles, where you can get all of your trading card needs, other than sports related. You've got
Yeah.
Pokemon, you've got Warhammer, you've got
Weiss, One
anything
Piece.
you've got. Anything
Wise
that's not
coming
sports related.
soon. They're still working on it. But when they get there, just know that you'll know, and then you'll be in there with me.
Yeah, follow them on their socials so you'll know when to be updated.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Well, with that, I want to say thank you to Brittany for being the
It's
first.
been so much
Yeah,
fun.
the
This
first
was a
ever guest
blast.
appearance on the show. She's the first ever one.
Maybe you'll get Aaron in here soon.
I'm about to
maybe.
say it's the first of many because, like
Oh, yeah.
Scott said, he can't be here all the time, so we've got to find somebody to fit that spot.
And it may not always be another person. It could just be me
could
and
be
Al,
her, yeah.
or we could just be doing some gaming episodes for you guys. Just depends on how
Yeah,
things
who
work out
knows?
for us.
Things will come
I
out.
mean, hell, even if it just got to be me.
We'll still push stuff. Don't worry.
I'm about to
There's
say.
still stuff stuff's gonna come out. It's not just because Scott's gone doesn't mean anything's gonna stop. It's gonna keep going, and we're gonna keep rolling with everything.
Their beautiful faces will not go away, and you
I'm
will
about to
see them
say.
every week.
I'm about to say, and if Scott's gone and she can't make it, I'll be the one. I'll sit here. I'll zoom that bitch in. We'll get real nice and personal, and we'll have a
Be
nice,
real
sweet
cozy.
conversation, just talking to each other, having a real good time. One way or another, we're gonna get that
You'll
stuff
still see
out
our
for
faces.
you.
We ain't going nowhere.
We're gonna get stuff out for you. And to the guy that said not everybody should have a podcast. Not everybody should have the ability to live, but hey, we give you those rights.
You
Just
couldn't
like you
even
give
have
us
your
the
own
rights.
face in your profile photo.
Right, you
That's
couldn't even
tough.
do that. You wanted to, put
Mask it
your mask
up,
on
that's
your
fine.
face and wear a shitty ass shit
Coward.
covered Yankees jersey. You shitty Yankees fan.
Keyboard
I
warrior,
have
but
no
it's
remorse
fine.
for Yankee
Apart from
fans.
that, we love everybody else.
We do love everybody.
You can be wrong, and that's
I
fine.
do love you. I do. If you're a Yankees fan, I love you a little less. I'm gonna be real with you. If you're a Yankees fan, you get brought down to a much lower level than me. But I do still love you. I do really, really, really hope that you come back and hang out with us because we love having you here. We love having you around, and we can't do this without you being around. So please, if not for us, do it for Brittany. Have her, show her that you want her back. Dropping those
Yeah.
comments and those
Let
likes.
me know if
and
you want to see
everything.
me again. If
Absolutely.
You'll see her
Absolutely.
regardless. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I mean,
matter.
even if you say you don't want to, fuck you.
I don't care what you
lose.
say.
I'm
I'll
still
fight you
here.
in these
You
comments.
lose.
this is also literally my house.
Yeah,
I paid this Ameren bill, so I'm here either way.
Yeah. Good luck getting rid of her. But we love you. We appreciate you guys for stopping through and making us a part of your week this week. We hope that you can continue to do that and that you continue to come back and hang out with us. So until next time, this has been a wonderful episode of Beauty and the Beards, and we hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.